No,
that shit gotta be broken.
Hit the mic.
Nah, that was the headphones. Appreciate you guys for tuning in once again to another episode of the Gas Money Podcast. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss another upload. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at gas.money.podcast. AG.
Welcome to another installment of Gas Money. We got the New York Knicks in the building, but we also have Chubbz in the building.
And to the right of me, we have Toon in the building.
Yes, sir, Ski. To the right of me, we got Jackman in the building.
To the right of me, we got more money. Easy deposit. We got cash in the building, man.
And to the far left of me, we got the A and the G in the building.
I like that. That was dope. That was good synergy. Good synergy. Besides the New York Knicks putting on for the city, did y'all do anything important with y'all weekends?
Got drunk.
Same.
I actually did something this weekend.
Thank you for saving us from this nonsense.
Yeah. So this weekend I attended a wedding reception. Yeah, and it was very beautiful. It's from I seen somebody I probably known about 10 years now.
Niggas get married?
Yeah. We actually know I have two friends in here that are engaged. Shout out to them.
Nah, but
I hope I get invited to the wedding.
Niggas don't get married though. Niggas get engaged and be there forever.
Nah, I don't. I saw this nigga. I saw this nigga get married. But anyway, it was very beautiful. The ceremony itself was probably about like a couple hours. Then it turned into a party. But I also linked up with an old friend of mine that I thought that friendship was ruined. But you could probably put two and two together. Who was
like
there.
me specifically?
Yeah, you probably like.
I didn't know,
but no, you didn't know. But I'm just saying. So I got the link up with an old friend, and also I definitely encourage niggas to really do this marriage shit for real. I mean, I don't have to tell you niggas that, but
So
that
you're
shit,
gonna
that
get
shit
married?
is like some real dope shit. I definitely take it a lot more serious over
That's
the
what
last
I'm
couple
talking about.
over the last couple of years. But yeah, shout out to my boy, the Austins. Now his wife is now officially an Austin. Shout out to them. I wish them a lot of success, happiness, and a long marriage. And that shit was dope.
So you were inspired.
Honestly, I kind of already been inspired. Like we getting older, so like the playing shit is
warming my heart, man.
Hold on, I got a question though. Like, you really believe in marriage or you believe in the ceremony?
This is what we call the monkey wrench.
We talking about the same shit, though.
No,
It's
a difference. It's a difference.
I believe in the ceremony. We've had this conversation.
I don't believe in the marriage part.
We had this conversation 100 times before. Nigga, I believe in marriage and the ceremony.
So you believe in the paperwork and all that stupid shit?
Now what?
Like, what the hell? Like,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Nigga, regardless of the paperwork or not, if the paperwork is what has to be done for us to be legally married, then so what?
That nigga Loaded Luck said another lost nigga.
He wasn't talking about marriage.
If love is some lost shit, if love is some lost shit, niggas is in a terrible place.
Nah, that paperwork shit, I don't agree with.
Cool. I want to present a question to you. So I always had this theory, right? When you have daughters, I don't think they ever truly belong to you and your family, because your daughter is gonna become
The next man's.
like, she's like leaving your family. Like, if you look at it as a kingdom,
Yeah,
your daughter can't carry on your kingdom. She's gonna carry on another man's kingdom.
yeah.
What if she's a dyke?
Can't grinder type shit.
Can't like how would a dyke carry on a kingdom? Walk me through that.
She get married.
They get in a relationship. When they get married, they take your last name.
Okay. So two dykes never get together. I don't know like the rules.
It's possible.
Generally, no.
Oh, so it's usually a feminine.
Yeah.
A feminine stud.
Okay. None of these
No,
things are
a
slurs.
stud and a dyke is two different things.
Oh, break it
So
down.
what's the difference?
A stud is just like a tomboy. A dyke is like Manny Fresh.
Oh.
But some studs go by dyke, but some studs are just studs.
So okay.
But two
Like a stud-
two femmes can get together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do then?
Well, one of them is more dominant though.
I don't.
Like, how do y'all
Not
niggas like
necessarily.
know this?
Nah,
Well,
I can't
follow
front.
I know a lot of gay people.
I seen two bad bitches together.
I dated like two, like I dated like two bitches that was gay in my life.
That doesn't say nothing about you.
I be
You're gay.
I'm just asking.
How does that make him gay?
I'm just asking. I didn't say that.
No, he said that. How does that make him gay?
I think he on that same boat though.
What?
You be like, you like dykes too.
No. I'm not talking about dyke. I'm talking about too feminine, like women that like
No,
women.
you see, I didn't hear that.
I don't date dykes. That's
He
crazy.
be fucking with dykes.
I don't fuck with dykes.
But I think you're projecting.
I don't fuck with dykes though.
You definitely have fucked with a dyke.
No.
I've known you for all right,
That
no
is-
problem.
they
If you
was a
want to stand
dyke.
on that,
Hold on.
we could pod.
A tomboy is not a dyke.
Oh, to who?
A tomboy is not a dyke. Cause she can be a femme and just like
No,
men
you
clothing.
can't be a fan and feminine dressed like a man.
You know, femme means feminine, right?
Yeah, you can't do both things.
So if she dressed like a feminine, but she likes boy clothing and wears like sweatpants and shit like that.
That's a dyke.
No, it's not.
But whatever. You know
Nah, I think a dyke is
You
when
know
she
what?
starts sagging. If
You know
she
what?
starts
You know
sagging,
what?
I make a dyke. Because a lot of girls wear nigga clothes.
No.
What that nigga said? What that nigga said on
Wearing
Instagram?
nigga clothes and going to a store and like, yeah, I like this outfit that is fucking polo down to the socks and it's clearly a man outfit. That's not the same thing.
Nah, that is, bro. 'cause
No.
They can
Well,
get-
y'all the experts. So
ASAP
I'm
Rocky
wrong.
he said he wear Rihanna shit.
Rihanna shit isn't what?
Her clothes.
Nah, but
Something's
you
wrong with
sure he's not saying like her brand?
Nah.
Like not like what you mean by
he
like
said
you
he
wear women's
steals her
clothes?
clothes.
That's a little crazy.
Yeah, that's you see,
How was that crazy?
I'm from New
No,
York.
come on, nigga.
What
the
you mean?
fuck?
No,
a
it's
nigga wearing women clothes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Is not crazy.
That's weird.
I've had women's clothes.
I'm
before.
not-
No, but what
Wait,
piece?
what?
What garment are you talking about?
I had a Dolce & Gabbana shirt that was a woman's shirt.
Nah, you see, that's not the same thing. Shirt
It
is unisex.
kinda
So
is, 'cause
then-
why
A
the
shirt
fuck
is
you so
unisex.
No, it's
little?
not. Because the way
Why you
the
so
shirt
little?
is cut for a woman.
Why you
How
so
you know?
petite?
You
Why-
can see the difference between a woman's
No,
shirt,
but
like by the sleeves and
Is
everything.
he
that's
right
cut.
about the
Why?
shirt you were particular
It
shirt
was
you
some
were wearing?
petite
I just wore a larger size.
Nigga, no,
but
time out.
No,
We
was it
talk-
cut like a woman? Was it accentuating your bust?
No.
Nigga,
So then it
it
wasn't.
had to be. One, we talking about designer.
Yeah.
So you know them
It's already
niggas ain't making that shit on some like
Yeah.
American cut.
Yeah.
They making that shit on some cute shit. So
Short
if
sleeves.
if you petite enough to wear some women designer shit, you wildin'. How long ago was that?
I was in college.
Yeah.
So you was a little nigga.
So you was still you finding yourself out.
Nigga, I could still wear. I still
No, you
have that
can't.
shirt now.
No, when you wear it?
I haven't worn it in a long time, but I could
Why?
wear it
Well, why don't you wear
because
it?
I just haven't had an outfit on that call for that shirt.
But you will wear it.
I could wear the shirt next week, and y'all wouldn't know
Hold
that
on,
was a woman's shirt.
When did
Okay,
you
no,
get
so
that?
then
You-
to me it's not gay.
And you said that's your girl's shirt?
No, I just said I had women's clothes.
He bought it.
You got another
So
piece.
hold on. That's what
I-
I'm saying. So how did you end up getting that shirt?
Nigga, like
I bought it.
So you went to the store and said, you know what, I'm not going to the men's section. I'm
No,
going
I
to the
got it
women's
online.
section. Okay.
I think that's weird.
I can see how that. I mean,
Nah,
was it
because
in the women's
online
section?
it breaks down to two different
No,
categories.
he had to go to women.
That means
he
that
had to go
nigga
to the
went to
women's
women's
section.
and you
Which is
had
weird
to
to
see
me.
it before.
But it's fine.
So you
That's
seen
your-
it on a
Yeah,
woman
but
and
that's
say,
what I'm
yo, this
saying.
shit would be fire on me?
Well, I got it on Grail, but
Okay.
it's
Okay. Fair enough. It's still weird to me. But
okay.
I know
That's
a nigga
fine.
that wore like his shorty shirt before.
Nigga, for all
Shit
that,
is
you might as
crazy.
well wear her fucking drawers. Nigga, that's what it sounds like.
I was wearing a shirt and wearing underwear, same thing.
Or
Like the
like
fuck, slippery slope.
after she has sex with you, she should give you the shirt.
Yeah.
Like how niggas get the shirt from you. I'm like, come
what the
on, man.
They tight cooking right now.
That's
gang.
not. How is that cooking me?
Nigga, you, like
Like
you
you
don't
talking
see
about,
an
because
issue.
you petite, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, I'm not 270 pounds like y'all niggas. I'm not like you can fit
Oh,
someone's garment.
honestly,
But my
I
whole
didn't
thing
call
is,
you petite.
you don't
so you didn't
find
have
that
to
weird?
fire like that.
All right, but nigga shooting at me, I'm shooting back.
Yeah, I didn't shoot
I
at
talk
you.
about you.
But hold on, you don't
That's what you
find
just
that
said.
weird?
You just said, oh, it gotta be some cutesy
I don't
shit.
call a nigga petite. That's type weird too,
Like,
honestly.
you don't find that weird though?
What is weird about it?
Nah, he
To
don't.
go and be like, all right, this is definitely. I know this is built for a woman.
Nah, he
I'ma
went to
wear
a
it.
website and it was probably just he didn't go like to a women's site. I'm just assuming because I know how the website works.
Okay.
He probably just went to the website. You saw a Dolce & Gabbana tee, and it just happened to be a woman.
Who's modeling that shirt? A man or
It
a
don't
woman?
work like that on that
Yeah,
website.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like you seen the size and you was just like still like when it was women.
That's when he made a decision.
Like I still want it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, niggas used to do that with girls' shoes. Don't lie.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
Certain colorways for shoes that only came out for girls. They used to buy
Oh
the
yeah,
big
yeah,
size.
yeah.
So you get in.
I never did that.
No, that's not the same.
I
think
all
it's
I'm
not
saying
the
is
same.
it's very
I think it's
similar.
What difference is it?
It's similar.
It's clothes. Clothes
Yeah.
is clothes.
Yeah,
It's not like I'm wearing a fucking thong. Fucking
But, it's,
what the
but
fuck?
I'm gonna tell. Hold on. To me, I'm gonna tell you what the
They
difference
sell
is.
male thongs.
A shoe, right? A shoe is literally cut probably either the same, just a different size.
No.
Like
No.
perfect example. What's the difference between a men's shoe, like a kid shoe, and a woman's shoe?
No, nigga, if you wear like the pink 11s, like the shit with the snakeskin around,
Yeah.
And I seen Spanish
those
niggas.
are
I seen
tough.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
plenty
saying.
niggas
But
wear them shit. That shit is
What's the
crazy. to me.
difference? What's the difference between if the nigga would have went and bought a kid's 7.5 in that shoe and a woman's 9 in that shoe?
No. You can see the cut. The cut is different. So like
No, it's
on,
not.
No, on Forbes.
No, it's not.
But
No,
you
it's
said
not.
you never did it, so how would you know?
On
Because I
Forbes,
worked
the
at a
cut is
sneaker
different, bro.
store,
Okay,
nigga.
yeah, I
and
respect
it,
that.
like when we get the shoes, it don't even say women's in like those sizes. It says grade school, which is just kids. kids.
Got you.
No, but
He's
women-
right there.
That's true.
Women buy kids' shoes.
No, but he's right.
But
he's
that's
right.
what I'm saying. There's not a different cut between a kid's shoe and a woman's shoe. That's why niggas do that. There's a different cut in shirts for men and women.
From men to women's is different, bro.
No. According to him, it's
No,
not.
from men's to the grade school is different. There's a
No,
different cut, bro.
that's not his argument.
That's not my argument.
Oh.
When these niggas is getting the women's shoes, they're just getting kids' shoes.
No, but that's
his
still
argument.
weird.
That's all it is.
That's
Because these
still
niggas.
weird. Because if the
So let me
sneakers
ask-
don't come in men's,
It's
and you
flashy.
buying it and you buying it
But that's
from
the
another
thing.
category,
With like the Jordans
then-
that came out, it didn't say woman. It said grade school.
all right.
I just have a foot that's a
it's still the
size
same
7.
shit. So yeah, you a little nigga. Fuck you all that feet for, nigga.
That's why I
see,
wouldn't
he's
be.
shooting at
But that's what I'm
me.
saying. I wouldn't
But
be.
what does being a little nigga have to do with your sexuality? Is what I'm.
No,
I'm asking.
I never said the shit is gay. I said it was weird.
Yeah, but weird.
But what is
gay.
weird? What is weird about being small? You don't have a choice.
No, it's weird about wearing women's clothes.
Yeah,
that's the
All
weird
right,
part.
so like when I play basketball, I wear Sabrina Ionesco shoes. That's weird.
Those
Do
shoes
they
are
come-
fire.
they-
They come in men?
time out. Exact. That's
Do
the
they come
question.
in? No, they come in women's sizes.
Damn, those shoes are
I
fire
didn't,
though.
I didn't even know that's what happens.
See,
all right, actually, all right.
So I
now-
can't cop the Angel Reese's.
No, you could because you wear a size that's within the woman's size range.
I
You
do?
just have to get a bigger size. Yeah, what size you wear? 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
11 and a
wear.
half.
You
How
get a
you know
woman 13.
Because we wear similar size. Like my feet are bigger than yours, but we wear like the same size basically.
Whoa.
I didn't even know.
How you know your feet bigger than mine?
Because you wear size 11. I could never
11
wear
and a
size
half.
11.
So how we in the same like?
Because it's similar. Nigga, this is like. the fuck?
Try to catch this nigga.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Watching my feet.
I didn't even. So they make
Crazy.
women's sizes big enough to accommodate a nigga with a
Yeah.
size 11 foot.
Because there's,
Yeah,
there's-
no, 11 and a half is the last size you can
Yeah.
wear a woman's shoe.
Oh, I'm fly then. Slay.
because
Nah, I think they have to though, because
Well,
it's like
no, you have women with size 11 men's shoes. It's just a 13
I don't
woman.
know no bitch
Angel
in the world
Reese.
that got a size 11 foot.
Angel
Bro.
Reese gotta have a size 11.
No.
All right, so
I'm
hold on.
not
No
joking,
disrespect.
man.
No disrespect. I want you to go home and just ask your mom what size she wear.
What's this?
Why do you think his mom wears size 11?
No, I'm not saying that. And if she said,
I think
let's
it's
say,
around a
My
7. I
mom
ain't
was
gonna lie.
like a 6 or 7, yeah.
I think it's like a 7.
And women's.
oh damn, so she got small feet. That's like a 5 and
No, that's
5
just
and kid.
normal. That's not small. Feet.
That's what I.
This is regular
That's
women's
normal.
feet.
That's the
Nah.
reason why Drake said this shit about
7
Kendrick. You wear
women?
size 7. That's weird.
Wait.
7 in women is 5.5 men.
Yeah. What's
That's small.
Nah, I think that's normal for
That
a
is
woman.
normal. So
Nah,
what would be
because-
normal size?
So when I was working there, a lot of women that came in to buy shoes was buying size 9.
Those
women.
were dykes.
No, I'm talking about
I understand
grown
it.
women.
That bitch was stuffing the tote box.
No,
she
I'm
came
talking
in, she tried to bag.
No,
yeah,
this
it was
nigga
whatever.
crazy. It's grown adult women, like older women. Their normal size
Now they,
was a
now they
size
old
9.
all of a sudden.
Because
It's size 9 in women.
Old women don't even buy sneakers.
they
Nigga.
feet
Shut
got
up.
fat. That's what happens. They feet be getting swollen.
Yeah, whatever, nigga. All right, let's talk about some shit that actually matters. Where y'all want to go, man? I want to stay in New York. There's a lot of shit going on in New York.
Yeah, let's stay in New York, man.
So we got one nigga on trial, and we got another nigga handing out fades, as they would call it, where they from. What we doing? Where y'all want to start?
I thought we okay.
You all right?
Nah, I thought you was gonna go with a bridge since you were saying 2 and then the bridge goes.
I don't even have that as a topic, but we can
Oh,
actually start
I thought
there.
somebody put that there.
I thought I did too, but
That's what I thought
Nah,
you
but
were saying
we can start there, though.
ever since Cash was kicked me out, fucking.
All right, let's start with the Brooklyn Bridge. So who wants to like explain what happened?
I really don't know the backstory, but all you see in the clip is that there's a bridge that's clearly about to hit.
There's a bridge that's is clear about to hit.
I got this.
This nigga's drunk.
So
What I say?
yeah, you the way you said it was like the bridge was moving.
I meant to say the shit.
All right,
Bridge.
so
Yeah,
New York City.
Who put that bridge? Who put that bridge here?
So, yeah, Brooklyn. So New York City is having its Fleet Week or something like that. So that's when a lot of cool boat ships, go through the waterways that we have in New York. And apparently there was like an old Mexican warship. That's not funny at all. Nobody laughing.
But my thing is though, why the hell you ask for somebody to set this up if you setting it up perfectly? Anybody else just noticed that?
I thought
Nigga knew that it was Fleet Week and asked anybody else to introduce this shit.
I didn't even know that.
Like, what the fuck?
Nigga, it was your topic. Nigga, you think that you
Get the fuck out of here,
I'm
man.
from New York, you heard? I know what's going on in my city.
I didn't even
Fleet
know
Week.
we had a boat week, nigga.
I didn't say boat. Watch your mouth.
Fleet week,
Yeah.
boat week, same shit.
No, it's not. Because
the
a
difference? Knicks is
warship
6.
and a boat is two different things.
Fuck.
Nigga, it's both a boat.
No.
Nah,
a ship and a boat is two different things.
No, nigga, it's the same
Hold on.
thing.
No, that was a
that's, like
sailboat.
that's like a car and a truck. It's the same shit.
Tell him he's wrong.
He's bugging.
It's still a vehicle.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
a car and a Jeep is not the same
Anyways,
shit.
so the Mexican warship had people standing on the see, I don't know maritime phrases too well. but they're standing on like the things that hold the sails. They're not the sails themselves. And
the lookouts.
no,
That's not what it's called.
I don't know what it's called because I'm not an expert.
That would make sense though.
No. No, it's not. It wouldn't make sense because the thing I'm talking about, you're not supposed to be standing on there. So it's not. It's not built.
I thought you were talking about the shit that the pirates be standing on that circle around.
Yeah,
the pole.
that's not what they were standing on. They were standing on where the sails. Like, did you watch the video? So, anyways, it crashes into the Brooklyn Bridge, and I think 2 people unfortunately lost their lives.
Yeah. And 16 people was injured.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty surprised that the numbers are that low. To be honest,
You know what's not surprising to me though is that all the New Yorkers that was there, they didn't give a fuck.
yeah.
Why not jump in the water though?
Nah.
They didn't scared.
You gotta understand.
Mexican war.
From that height, you could die off impact of the water.
Not even that. What's in that water?
I'm not
jumping in the water
I'm not
before I
playing
hit
with
a
water,
bridge.
nigga. I'm not playing with water. I ain't gonna lie,
You jump
bro.
into a whirlpool.
Yeah, type shit like that, bro.
Nah, y'all bugging.
I've seen one time. I ain't gonna lie.
Ain't no whirlpool in that water.
Hold on.
All right.
What? If you go,
Alright, it's
even
not
by,
a whirlpool,
hold on, you
but
go right by
definitely
the,
current.
hold on, you go by the RFK bridge, right? Where they call it,
Ain't no whirlpool.
Devil, what you call it? What's the shit over there under the RFK in Astoria Park?
Oh yeah, I know you're talking.
What don't they have? They say that there's whirlpools and rip currents and all that shit right there under that bridge.
Rip current probably. Whirlpool, I don't think so.
Yeah.
They literally said that there's whirlpools there because that's where the 2 currents meet.
That's not what makes a whirlpool though. You just
But that's what they say.
Nobody said that.
Man, that's
Who the
all right.
fuck is they?
Yeah.
If
Who made
that's
that?
the
White
people
boys
that-
should
that's
be
people that gave it that nickname, the Hell's Gate,
A
whatever.
whole bunch of white people ran around that shit said, hey, we gonna call this the Riptide, Hellgate. Get the fuck out of here. But RIP to those gentlemen. New York is a dangerous city.
Yeah.
You think that was some DEI shit?
Nah. Mexicans ain't DEI. That's for niggas. You know that.
They didn't jump off the boat because they didn't want ICE to come after them. Oh, damn, that's foul. That's fucked
Yo,
up.
y'all seen the shit they want to do a reality show?
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Homeland Security wants to do a reality show.
What, arrested Mexican?
Nah, watching Mexicans earn their citizenship. Like make it like a TV show.
That's fire.
I don't think the government should be doing that. That's the only part.
Oh, well, yeah.
I think they should give it to Zeus though. Like have like a baddies edition.
No.
A baddies edition of
You
like
about to
immigrants. though?
start this nigga up.
No.
I think that shit would be fire, bro.
No.
Why we got to be fighting all the time? Have somebody else fight.
They're not going to be fighting. They're going to be empowering themselves.
Nah, I think like if you set this shit up like Squid Games, I think that's fire.
You hear this nigga?
If there's a Mexican out there, those are his values, his words, his beliefs.
No.
I don't think it should be no Squid
See,
Games.
y'all thinking this? Y'all just putting it to Mexicans and like South. I'm thinking about everybody, Africans, the niggas in
So
Canada.
you want to offend everybody?
Everybody.
On some
bro.
Squid Game
So they
Real
Squid
shit.
Gaming and fighting for freedom to be here. Like the freedom to be here.
They fighting to just be here.
So you want these niggas to potentially kill off each other just to have a chance to be in America?
No.
This
The
is bad
government
optics.
kills them.
Listen,
The government
Yeah.
in Squid
RIP.
Games. In the Squid Games, who runs it? The people that run the game show.
And niggas die.
Yeah,
Chinese
you
niggas
want
got
that-
something to do with it?
I put that shit on the government, bro.
And you want that shit to happen for niggas to want to live here. Any nigga that's smart
If
enough,
you
the
want
shit
to-
he's saying, if it happens, don't go.
If you want to live here,
America tight lit though.
Niggas that I gotta die to try to be
Well,
here.
I'm sure that he's not talking about people actually dying. I'm sure he's talking about like some fucking wiped out shit or
No,
something.
no, the niggas really said that he want the government to kill them. I just asked the nigga that shit.
He was potting, bro.
I literally asked the nigga that shit. He said,
Personally, I think that everybody should do due process to become legal immigrants in this country.
I think there's other countries you can also go to too.
That's better than America?
I'm not saying better. I'm just saying like
Nah, I
there's
can't.
other places.
Give me one.
Canada.
Nah. Taxes too high. And that top 5 nigga running around.
I'm just saying, bro. There's other places. If you don't want to be on the game show, you don't gotta be. Like real shit. If I was an immigrant, I don't think the first place I would want to run to is America.
Nah, you true.
Yeah,
Why?
So where would you want to run?
I would probably go to.
One.
I would probably go to the EU. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Nah.
I'm not going there.
Or I'd probably go to the EU or China.
Nigga,
I ain't going
the
to
food,
China.
the food is trash in the EU, and
You
China,
bugging.
And
Food is not-
the weather is horrible.
yeah, this
Y'all complaining about y'all complaining about bullshit, bro.
Well, the most upward mobility out of any country
it's
is
America easily,
Like you could come here with literally $0
Become
and
a
become a
fucking-
millionaire if you want.
or run a corner store.
Y'all niggas still believe in the American dream?
Absolutely,
That shit is dead.
Nah,
nah, it's real.
What is
Working
dead?
hard. No,
It's live
that shit
and
is
real.
dead, bro.
Nah.
Only if you gonna become a streamer or a rapper or something.
Nah.
You on
Come
some
on,
jigaboo
nah.
shit?
Nah,
Nigga, this
Yeah,
nigga
what you talking
streamer,
about?
rapper.
Yeah, bro, this shit like
Nigga, you
nah.
gonna be an
American dream
electrician?
is
How about
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, that's a
Bro.
fact. You literally could be an electrician. This nigga's bugging.
Y'all
A
niggas
plumber.
is tweaking,
This
bro.
nigga says
You
streamer.
can do that shit in
or
another country.
rapper. No, you can't.
Why you can't?
You ever heard an electrician in fucking India making fucking $100,000 a year? Most of those countries, you just work for the government if you're an electrician.
This shit is so fucked
You can be a private electrician and make bank in America.
So if you that nigga, why you don't go to the EU?
Because you can't do that there.
You can't go. So you can't leave India and go to the EU. You gotta come to America.
You gotta be a rocket scientist and undertake you.
Y'all niggas is capping, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. You don't gotta come to America. I wouldn't come here.
Where would you go?
I told you, nigga. I wouldn't come here.
We told you that's bullshit. Fuck out of here.
Nigga said EU or China.
Yeah, China. I don't even know why you even mentioned that.
And I fuck with Russia too.
We could.
Oh yeah,
nigga, what?
Yeah, we could tell.
I would go to Russia.
Yeah.
I just have to put the weed.
Yeah, you know
down,
what communism is?
You could go to Russia, but Russia ain't taking you.
Try that rap shit over there.
Do I believe in communism?
Yeah.
I don't want that system in place in America, but I do. No. Do I believe it's a thing? Yeah, it is. It's
so
true.
You don't want everybody. I mean, I'm not a communist, my nigga, but I can't front capitalism. That shit is crazy.
Yo, you know that communism means you can't own anything, right?
You can't own shit. The government owns everything.
I'm cool with that. I can give a fuck.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, he's bad.
Because what do you own now? Niggas is streaming music, so you don't own music.
We own everything.
I don't want to own music.
You don't own
I can buy your house.
Yeah.
It can be my house.
And you still got to pay property tax.
Yeah.
Okay. But the amount of income I can make off of that house, and we'll all talk at the same time.
Hold on.
You know what's the crazy part?
I just want to dispel some rumors on property tax. Property tax is what makes your neighborhood look nice.
Yeah.
It makes your schools good. That's what property tax is for. If there was no property tax,
You pay property tax, right?
absolutely.
So why the fuck that dirt patch at the end of the road is still there?
Well,
And then, like, come on.
I'm explaining to you. That's a very good question. The property tax in this zone versus somewhere that has a higher property tax, that's the difference.
So you telling me them niggas can't put down pavement down the block, but you
No.
how much you paying property tax if you don't mind
I'm
niggas
not going
asking?
to divulge that on the broadcast.
Can you say like a range?
It's low. It's not a lot.
So I'm assuming probably like about what 5 G's? Oh yeah,
Okay.
my nigga, 5 G's can get you enough to fucking put some cement
No,
down.
I'm not
instead of
disagreeing
having
with
that
you.
dirt road.
But
So what are they doing with the bread?
I don't know. That's the problem. But but property tax in itself is not an issue. Now, under communism, what happens is you don't pick where you live. You don't pick a house, how big it is. You don't pick what car you drive. You don't even pick a job. And you, as a garbage man, is going to make the same money as a brain surgeon.
See, y'all niggas put communism and go way left field.
No, that's how it works.
All right, cool. With China, like real shit. I don't know. I ain't never been there. I don't know their government like that.
I've done some research.
But I'm just. I think more or less them niggas is just super corrupt in the government.
No, but you see,
They make sure they get a lot of money for
they don't
themselves.
have to be corrupt because the government already owns everything. Like if you make something in China and it gets popped and the government comes in like, we own that now. You work for us now. That's it.
Yo, you don't remember that argument we got into about Daryl Morey and all that shit and LeBron James when I was telling you why?
Yeah.
So you think you would move to China and when they have that shit going on, when there's a social score system where you can't go into a store if niggas don't like you? You think that's better than America?
Absolutely not.
All right, so maybe
Niggas do that in
Japan. And I'll
America
probably
now.
switch out Japan. I'll probably switch out
Japan's not
China
even
with Japan.
accepting niggas.
Tokyo.
What the
Nah,
fuck
actually-
you mean? They need kids, nigga.
Yeah,
I'll be good.
They're going to put you through a screening process. A rapper. Nah. Who would take the other guy?
Bro, I'll tell you right now, I'd trade out weed and I'll go to one of them Asian countries, bro. I'll be cool over there.
I think niggas is wilding.
Yeah.
America number one.
God bless America.
I'm just saying, you
this
don't
shit
have to
ain't
be
perfect.
here.
This shit is not perfect. This shit sometimes does seem like a big ass joke, but nigga, this shit is lit, bro.
You know what's crazy about that whole situation, right?
What's
You're
the
saying like he's saying America is number one, right? What about those other people that would say that live in Europe should be Europe is number one?
I asked them niggas what they ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We started.
Yeah, I mean that shit wouldn't even bother me though.
Toast?
Like, what if these niggas think that the same way how you think about America,
Beans
everybody
on
think
toast?
about everybody think about where he's from and think America is worse because of the shit
Nah,
that they
but see,
see.
but now we're not talking about current citizens. We're talking about people that's looking for a new place to start and eventually
Cash already
raise
answered
a
the
family.
question.
I literally think
Upward mobility.
I literally think the media portrays America to be great, but I don't think that it's as great as they make it seem.
Okay, that's a fair
Nigga,
point,
nah,
but America's still better.
Where's your father from?
Uh-oh.
Trinidad.
In your bag.
He was
man.
born there.
Yeah.
Your father came here and started a country, company, right?
Yeah.
So,
But the thing is, he could have also
you
did
think
that in Trinidad, though.
Nah, he wouldn't have made no money.
That's a market here, though. America's
You know what
only
I'm
a
saying?
fucking market.
Would've made
That's
no
all.
money.
That's all America really is.
That's the
That helped
point.
my argument.
Yes, that's what we're saying. The fact that somebody we even know, their father came here and started a company and was able to put you through high school and all that other shit.
I went to private school.
Yeah, but this is the thing. That also came from both parents.
No, of course.
You see what I'm saying?
Proving our point.
I think there's places other than America where, like, one parent is doing this.
No, all right.
I think real shit like this.
What?
I'm cool for my citizenship. I can't hold you. I love America for that shit. But other than that, this shit ain't the best place.
I think niggas get a little comfortable
That's
talking
what I'm
shit.
saying, bro.
Because don't get me wrong, I'm definitely the type of
When was
nigga
the
to
last
be
time
like
y'all niggas left the country?
A year ago, I think.
Where you in?
DR.
Come on, bro.
I don't see your point.
My nigga, real shit, that don't even really count.
Nah, it
That's
do.
leaving
It
the
do.
country?
It do.
Oh,
It
my
do.
God.
You can't
Going
do
to DR is like going to fucking Miami,
No,
bro.
it's not.
No, it's not.
What, okay,
No.
what is the point of the question you're about to ask?
Nah,
Like, what
I'm
is-
just saying because like these niggas are so used to America that they just like they're brainwashed with thinking like,
Okay,
oh,
okay,
these niggas haven't left society. Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
but I have left the country twice this year to two completely
But
different
see,
places.
but niggas, but how could you compare something? You're not going to these countries that you visiting and working and living
Yeah,
and
like-
experiencing every day. Of course, a fucking vacation is gonna seem like the time of your life. This country is so amazing because I'm here for a week and I don't have to pay for nothing because everything's already paid for.
You don't gotta fucking
Nigga,
buy
I don't
a
gotta worry
grocery.
about- I don't gotta worry about nothing. I could
I can
call
see
the
his point.
fucking concierge and do all that. Come on,
Nigga don't
bro.
gotta fix a tire.
Yeah,
I
like,
could-
come
I could-
on,
I could
bro.
see what
This
this nigga
nigga's-
saying.
It takes 7 weeks to get a carburetor.
When I went to Antigua and like they were telling me like them niggas don't even be getting like days off because I told them like I got PTO and shit, and them niggas looked at me like, so hold on, you get vacation, sick days, and paid time off? Them niggas looked at me and said, I'm privileged. I said, what the
Yeah, they
fuck
were
you
right.
mean
They were
privileged?
correct.
Yeah, like you talking about Japan, nigga. Japan, they have a suicide epidemic going on because niggas is overworking themselves for having to work too much at work. They don't have that in
Nigga,
America.
when I
yes,
go,
we
Nah,
don't.
nah, 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 nah.
What you talking about?
No,
You
you
get
get days
think-
off.
hold
You
on,
get days off at
no,
your
no,
job. You just say you get days
but-
off.
but
Niggas not killing themselves because
Yeah,
they get days off.
Them niggas-
Why do you think like jobs has now been starting to give people mental days? They started including
have to.
like what you call it because of shit that was going on. Niggas was so stressed with work and other shit that niggas is packing.
It is not the same as Japan. Japan literally they
I never
have
said the
fucking
same.
nets outside their fucking building windows because niggas be killing themselves at work.
I'm not
America does not
saying.
have that.
Hold on, I'm not saying it's the same, but you're saying that we don't have that issue.
We don't.
We do have that issue.
Clearly
to the fact
we
that
do not.
We don't.
Nigga, have you ever gone to the fucking Manhattan? You see a net around Empire State Building because
Yeah,
niggas
man.
want to kill
Nah, because
themselves?
niggas not gonna jump out the building. They're gonna shoot themselves in the head.
Yeah.
Or some, they're
Nah,
gonna
but
do a
see,
mass shooting type shit.
it's-
Our suicide is way different than other countries'
Our suicide got nothing to do with work. It's my point.
Exactly. It's more
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
societal.
nothing to do with work.
There's niggas that pack themselves up over work.
No, I'm not saying that don't happen, but not to the extremes of society like Japan.
I'd say this. I think suicide in our shit is different because niggas crash out. And that's suicide. When you give your life away, like on some like going to jail or like
Yeah.
bugging the fuck out, that's suicide,
That's
bro.
because it's lit.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
That's suicide, bro. I'm not gonna hold
nah,
you.
that's not.
Yeah, like I saying, more of the story, there's no country like America. Like, you're not gonna go to another like you saying you move to gym and do all shit. First of all, you speak Japanese. Even if you did speak Japanese, you're gonna live in a place where they might not even have jobs. So you get the cost of living, everything might be cheaper in that area, but what are you gonna do for work?
Nigga, that's like
you go-
moving to fucking Nevada. I mean, that's like moving to like North Dakota. It's the same shit,
Nah,
my nigga.
but
like,
there's,
no,
there's,
no,
so,
no,
there's
jobs in
social.
different
No,
places.
but hold on. There's social systems in most states in America that you would not be eating out of garbage can because there's no work. They got Section 8. They got.
I was just about to say that,
They got-
yeah.
these countries you talking about don't got these social programs.
Nah, these niggas do.
No, they don't. Not to the extent of America.
Canada do, nigga.
Yeah, but
the EU do.
But the problem with Canada is that you have to wait so long to get these services that you going to be ended up eating out the garbage can anyways.
And you might get, say if you get hope for being broke, nigga, in America, you could be broke for this time and then become wealthy or well off or able to sustain
So
yourself
fast,
financially. In Canada, you'll just be broke forever.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
How is niggas crazy?
nah,
We
you're
telling you the
crazy.
system.
You know
like,
what's
there's no, you're not gonna move to another country and get a job where you're making $100,000 first year
Hell no.
with
So
nothing.
y'all think America's the only place in the world that got money? And,
No,
and got
that's
high
not what I
standards?
said.
We have the
That's
mo-
not-
but we have the most money
Yeah,
though.
it has the most upward mobility. You can come to America worth nothing and become something. You can't do that in most places.
You can do that in a lot of other, like,
No,
in a
in
lot
some
of other
places, yeah, but not as fast and not as efficient.
Nah, show us a nigga. Go find us a nigga.
You're going to say DDG. That's his man.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's talk about Diddy, man.
Nah, you want to stay on DDG? How about
Oh,
that?
my goodness.
Nah, that's good. Nah, we still in New York. That
Yeah,
nigga's
let's
not
stay in New York. We're gonna get to your man, don't worry. The Diddy trial. Who wants to start?
Nigga, you.
I actually think y'all did the research. I was freaked out. After Cassie's first testimony, I kind of like clocked out this whole thing.
Wow, that was. I mean,
I got a weak stomach.
That bitch is a freak.
So some like Diddy
Nah.
was like an inspiration to me. I named my dog after him and everything.
Yo, that's crazy.
R.I.P.
She got
Diddy.
peed in the mouth. That bitch is a
All right, so
freak.
can we add the context to it, Cash? You
all
look
right.
like you got-
So Basically, week one, most of it was examination and cross-examination of Cassie's testimony, and basically it was just like basically a character testimony. She talked about the different freak offs that they was having, how long they was lasting. Basically, they was having freak offs for like 3-4 days at a time. Cassie was sustaining injuries from these said freak offs.
What type of injuries?
She was sucking so much dick that she had sores in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She had what in her mouth?
Sores.
Sores.
Jesus Christ.
She was detailing that
UTIs?
multiple UTIs. She had escorts basically pissing in her mouth. Diddy and the escort pissing in her mouth at the same time. She talked about how they hired an escort to be a stripper. Then he ended up rendering the services of an escort. Different things like he would ejaculate in her mouth or inside of her, and then she would go to the next room and take the sperm and rub it on Diddy's nipples.
Can we stop there? I just want to speak on this real fast. I'm a nipple dude, right?
Explain what does that mean? Because you've been saying this for a long time.
That nigga a freak.
I like, everybody has their sexual things that they're.
Hold on. What type of freak though? Because wasn't y'all last week just talking about?
That's why I wanted to clear the air. I like my nipples being stimulated by women.
Okay.
Diddy was doing this. Diddy was doing the same shit.
But hold on. That's why my ears perked up when they started talking about that nipple shit. So then him adding the semen is where there's freaks. And it's niggas that shouldn't be allowed outside.
But see, my thing is when you call something a freak off, I feel like you gotta top the shit.
Yeah.
So like it can't be a freak off where we just doing regular freak shit.
Yeah, of course. But I just don't want niggas that's into nipple play to be wrapped into this Diddy shit. That's my thing. I'm speaking for my constituents. We just like it being stimulated by women without any male ejaculate.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. You're not down, bro. Don't start that shit. Because when I was flying my freak flag, you didn't speak up.
Nah, I know, because I ain't like it then.
Oh, no.
And I actually
took my shit.
That gotta be flagrant. That gotta be flagrant, son. That gotta be. That shit don't even sound like.
Now we popping. Hold on. How's that flagrant? So how did niggas figure out they like they ass play?
No. My thing is though,
how did niggas figure out they like
You could have said something else.
how did niggas figure out they like eating pussy? You hear it from another person, and you be like, let me try it.
That's natural.
It's like certain body parts. Like maybe like when you younger, like when you older, you start realizing like, okay, I could be a little bit more. Yeah, I could be a little bit more freaky. I don't have to fucking. This is weird to somebody else, so I can't do it. But if I hear somebody say they into some nipple shit, I'm not gonna be like, let me try it.
So hold on. I'm gonna tell you how.
My first thought in my head, because sometimes have you ever done something or like thought of something and you think about the first time you even like heard of it? And I don't want to associate me finding out that I like this because my man's told me he like it.
I don't have a problem.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how this shit happened, right?
Yeah, pie, my nigga.
So basically, the first time anything has ever happened to my nipple, it was me taking a shower, and I was like, "Oh, that shit's sensitive," but this shit seemed gay.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
this is the first time you washed your chest?
No, so I'm saying the first time I realized how sensitive your nipples is. It's like I was showering, my nipple was hard, and I was like, "Oh, this shit feels all right," but it just seemed gay, so I never did it.
Yeah, why would that be gay though?
Because I just felt like you ever watch those videos where the nigga
he was playing with his breast.
What's the movie where the nigga sat here and rubbed his nipples like that, looking mad weird?
No, I don't know.
It was in a movie.
That was Austin Powers, probably.
Yeah. And I'm like, that shit just seemed gay to me. So I was like, I'm never gonna do it. Okay. Then you said something about how you like it. I'm like, what the fuck? Then you said something about damn near ripping it off. I was like, this nigga's tweaking.
Shit fire.
I was like, this nigga's tweaking.
I tell bitches to lick your nipples.
Nah,
I ain't gonna lie.
I think this
lick my nipples while I'm in you in missionary.
He's going a little crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
You know what's so crazy about it? Because that's dead ass. You get it. Like when you fucking a girl, you suck her titties. This nigga dead ass getting things like your bitch.
Yeah.
Like that shit is crazy.
Niggas is so my titties.
Again.
That's crazy.
I'm standing up with my freak flag.
So,
no problem.
Let me ask you a question. Do you like? That's gonna sound crazy.
It's the military.
If a woman bites your neck, that don't do nothing for you.
No,
lick your ear.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
What? You don't like that?
The ear thing, stay with
So cool. Like that shit turns me on. So like while I'm fucking, suck on my neck, bite my neck, like that shit turns me
get
on.
your titties sucked while you fucking is crazy.
Don't knock it
So
till
when
you try it, brother.
Yeah, like the only thing I don't agree with what this nigga said is biting that shit till then it rips off. That's why like this nigga's bugging.
My bag. But shout out Diddy.
Cause I don't like my shit bit. That shit, nah.
Like I said, I just wanted to cut you off because I just wanted to stand up for my folks. And I ain't like that male ejaculated thing. We don't condone that. But go ahead. He need a DP for that.
So yeah, most of the there was other parts where Cassie, they showed a text message between them where basically it was revealed that well later on and within the last few days that Cassie was actually end up with her current husband, and she was still going back to have free goes with Diddy's, and her husband at the time was her boyfriend, FaceTimed her while she was having sex with Diddy. And it was just detailing all the different parts about like the fight that they had that was on camera. That was just a day that they had, and then they continued to have free calls for a long time after that. Basically talking about how she signed a bad boy and she wasn't having any sexual relationship at first with Diddy, then it turned into a sexual thing, and basically that was like her full-time job, and she put her artist career on the back burner. And the thing that really broke everything over between Diddy and Cassie was that when Kim Porter died, Diddy went to the funeral and said that this was the love of my life, and that was the day that Cassie said that she was done with Diddy. But none of the other things before that made her feel like that, and that was the thing that really broke her heart.
Okay, I got a couple questions for the panel.
Mm-hmm. First of all, how the fuck that boyfriend was with Cassie, knowing she gonna do this shit?
That nigga about to get a divorce and get half that bread that she's taking, bro.
She's bad.
He's white.
But like, all right, that makes more sense.
Nah, I can't front, bro. I don't give a fuck how bad you are. There's multiple females outside in the world. If I hear you doing that type of shit, if you fuck another nigga, if you fuck another nigga and I call you and you FaceTime me and I even get wind of that, I'm done with you. I don't give a fuck what we got.
Oh well, can't have Cassie. Can't compete.
I was about to say, I'm fucking one person.
Can't compete.
You are sitting here sucking dick to the point that you have sores in your mouth.
That's my job, though.
I'm just saying though, Cassie look good, but I'm just saying, is she a model for like the bitch you really want?
I mean,
like that's the one
could be for him.
He probably like wasn't he like the trainer or some shit? So the nigga was around. So like,
he know what's up.
I'm just saying, look, I get judging a female and judging a nigga for liking a girl that definitely been on some whole shit. But I kind of really don't be judging niggas no more about that shit, because niggas is gonna find the excuse to why they like a girl anyway.
I love her.
Yeah, like, so you feel me? No matter if she's a hoe or not, niggas is gonna find the excuse. And any nigga that say that a nigga's corny for loving a girl that definitely did some whole ass shit, never experienced no shit like.
Nah, I'm not saying the nigga corny. It just couldn't be me.
You said, of course, he's a trainer, right?
I think niggas be lying when they say it couldn't be me. Shit
nah,
too.
Yeah, like that's. You see, like, I just feel like, bro, I get standing on business.
Yeah.
But it's no way. God forbid you find out a secret of fucking 10 years ago about your girl, and you've been dating her for 3 years, and all of a sudden you're gonna be like, "Fuck you, I'm not gonna." Come on, bro.
Cool.
Niggas love saying that, bro.
It depends on what the secret is. If I found out you was sucking dick till you had sores in your mouth and kissing me, I'm out. What the fuck, you dirty bitch?
What's the context?
What? No, that was before him.
Yeah.
Like, say that's like
before him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was during while
they did. It was one.
dating.
They said it was like they was dating. Like they was dating and she was still fucking Diddy and shit.
But she probably had the respect to use mouthwash and take it.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's that it does seem like that shit is OD. But I no longer look at niggas and being like, you a stupid nigga, because niggas is gonna find reasons to be with that girl.
Nah, bro.
Can I ask my questions down to the panel?
There's certain niggas after a shorty dealt with, you just gotta leave that bitch alone.
And niggas love saying that shit until they hopefully niggas don't run into that girl that be like, they gotta balance the scale and be like, oh, is this bitch worth it or not? But niggas be fucking with bitches that be hoes, bro.
Yeah. Can I ask the panel some questions? Does from all the testimony you've heard, does this help or hurt Diddy's case?
This is my thing. They didn't say anything really illegal that he did. It was just all character. Like, they just making niggas seem like, oh, he's a dirty ass, freaky ass nigga. And at the end of the day, what the fuck is wrong with being a freaky ass nigga?
Okay.
Like, for the jury speaking, I'm not looking at this nigga and being like, oh, this nigga a dirty, nasty, freaky nigga. He like nipples, cum nipples and all that shit. And then when they start trying him for his actual charges and giving those testimonies, I'm like, oh yeah, he's guilty because he had nut on his nipples. Like,
I think that's their
that's what I'm saying,
their strategy.
But
it might not work on you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to this jury thing, it's like it's impossible to have a nigga that's unbiased, but for some shit like that, it's like, what the fuck are we talking about right now?
The crazy part is, I don't think you can have.
My question.
I don't think you could have an unbiased jury for Diddy.
No, not for Diddy, no. But so help or hurt?
I think he's gonna hurt.
Oh, the stories from case. I think it helps him.
Okay.
No, I think it's gonna hurt.
That text message helped when she said all that shit. Like I'm always ready to fall a freak off and all some other shit. I forgot, but I think that shit gonna help him. Real shit. And it just looked like it's two druggies that's just having mad sex that just look like they into weird kinks, like both of them.
And nothing.
Nothing, because it's all consensual. Like she's saying that she can't wait. She's still fucking him after she's with her with the new nigga. It all looked like yo, you was with this whole shit.
But so you said it was consensual, but there's the argument that there's a power dynamic, so there's no way she could have given consent.
That's what I was about to say, Claire. That's why I think it's hurt, because the way they're gonna spin it is the only reason why she was giving consent is because he was using leverage to fuck with her mind.
No, nigga, everything. When you rich, everything is gonna be leverage.
Nah, but you gotta understand.
No. And then after that, she said, "Yo, hold on, wait," because she said that he took. And then after that, she went back and fucked him again after the fact.
Happens all
that happens all the time.
So it's just like, I don't like, just to me, I don't think you can charge a nigga for shit like that.
But they're going to...
Interesting.
And hold on.
Because to me, it's like...
No. First of all,
if you in a relationship...
If you take some pussy, bro, and then she ends up fucking you later, you still took pussy.
Yep. If you in a relationship...
And that's a crime.
All right, cool. If you in a relationship, and let's say, like, yo, you come home,
and she don't want to fuck you, fuck her, you took it. And that's illegal.
Yes,
and that's my stance on it.
So taking
pussy.
So what if it's super? So if it was flipped,
it's still the same thing.
Yeah, it happened to Bam. It happened to Bam, the skateboarder, Jared, whatever his name is. He got raped by like a
oh my god.
woman.
We gonna keep saying this word?
Sorry, my fault, bro. She got graped. Do your fucking job, CEO. Bam got attacked like that by a woman.
Bam out of Bayou?
No, Bam Margera.
Margera, yeah.
Oh. Skateboarder nigga. Yeah, it happens.
But I really think it's gonna hurt, because if they flip it the way that I think they're gonna flip it, they're literally gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, he used his leverage. He was her manager. All this shit. He basically took advantage of her, and that's why she started liking it. And then at the end of the day, they're gonna put whatever charges and say, "Oh, he's doing this," and then it's just gonna be a downward spiral for him, because, like I said, you can't have an unbiased situation with him at this point.
Do y'all disagree though?
I got a question,
this picture from the minute he got locked up, and they're doing it again in court.
Yes. What was your question, sir?
Nah, it was back with the grape shit. So every time y'all had sex, y'all wanted to have sex?
Okay, that's a loaded
wanting to do something and consenting to something.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. So there has been times where I was not in the mood, but I still had sex, but I ultimately still chose to have sex.
Yes.
So yes, I've never been graped. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree.
So another question I have for you guys, right? So, are you guys of the idea that Cassie was a willing participant?
For most of the things, yes.
Okay.
And that was the other thing I left out. She basically, like, all the messages and everything, they're both drug addicts, basically. And there was a point when Diddy didn't want her to do drugs anymore, and Cassie was sneaking behind him, still doing drugs with her friend. And then that was also a big physical altercation they got into, because Diddy felt like if you only do drugs with me, and I tell you you're not allowed to do drugs no more because I've seen what it's doing to you, then you going behind my back is like you're cheating on me with your friend.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you the right to put your hands on.
No, I'm not saying it does. Yeah. And also, Cassie ended up going to rehab for drug addiction and sex addiction.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Was she doing drugs before she met Diddy?
No, I don't think so. It wasn't per testimony.
So
that's speculation.
But that's one of my biggest questions, because if she wasn't, then now we could also paint the picture that Diddy turned her into a drug addict.
No. She's also. I could also say she is in the music industry.
Okay.
Which, being in the industry, there's more than enough examples of people getting introduced to drugs by anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro,
right.
I think this.
But why was he so mad that he's like, "Oh, if you only do drugs with me?"
Cheated. It was cheating. He felt that was cheating.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm on some power trip like that, right?
No, that's not a power trip. If I don't want my girl to go out, if I don't want my girl to go out,
accountability, bro. Y'all gotta make women gotta have accountability at some point. Y'all niggas is he's trying to find every excuse to give her like,
No,
nah, like.
it's not
I'm on
crazy.
Cassie's side.
It's not every excuse.
You think that she like he's wrong?
Yeah,
He's wrong.
absolutely.
Wow.
There was an extreme power dynamic, and one of the main reasons I wanted to ask you guys was, you guys were like tried to be in the music industry or are currently in the music industry. Do you think it's not weird that he signed her to a 10 album deal when she was like fucking 19 years old?
Nigga, he signed everybody to fucked up deals.
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird.
No, so you don't think there's no power about
From Diddy's business and what I've heard.
Yeah, but it's a power thing, male or female. That's my argument.
That's a deal you got to make.
No, you don't.
No, I'm just saying for her, like that's if you didn't have to make that deal. If you decided to, that's on you.
Yeah, but you're speaking from the perspective of a 30-year-old man that has already seen what the record company does to people. She was like fucking 19 years old, who probably didn't even have a lawyer to look over anything.
So where the fuck are parents at then?
At 19, your parents knew that you was trying to be a rapper. They was reading your fucking legal papers.
Nah, but I'm just saying though, if you go home and be like, hey mom or hey dad, I got to deal with.
I don't
Diddy,
think my
Bad
parents
Boys
would have. They would have been like, yeah, please. I actually worked with a dude who was underage at the time, and his mom signed off on Diddy being like his legal guardian because again, Diddy has power and it's gonna change
that nigga to them.
It's gonna change my whole family's trajectory.
So now having power is something that's like,
no, that
you gonna count the shit against a nigga?
Absolutely, if you abuse your power. Especially when it comes to this specific scenario.
Nigga, if I got power, I'm gonna make sure you got bad deals.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
The bad deal part is just me using that as to show you the leverage that he had over Cassie outside of just her physical being. He also had her money tied up. How could she go make money anywhere else? He literally just had, like, he was siphoning all of her resources. But I do agree that women do need to be held accountable, but I just don't see it here in this.
And who's to say Cassie didn't start really like taking these fucking drugs because of all the fucked up shit she was going through?
That's speculation.
Yeah, that's speculation though.
That shit is really crazy.
I didn't introduce you to these drugs.
I just think like when you walk into that world, you know what you gotta probably know what the fuck is going on.
That's not fair, in my opinion. It's not fair to put that on a 19-year-old male or female. And the power dynamic is not also money. It's also physical. He's a man and she's a woman. Like, during any of her testimony, did she like talk about him like beating her up physically?
She said that there was a couple times that he put his hands on, but she wasn't saying that he was just beating her crap.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
There was a couple times that she said that, and then she also had fear that he would be angry at times, so she would do. So one of the things that they tried to like speculate was that she would do the freak offs and to advert him being angry later on or something. Like, there was a time when she had a show, she was going to like a red carpet or some shit, and she was like, oh, I'm not gonna, he was like, oh, I want to see you, but it's too bad you got to work. And then she was like, oh, but I still want to do a freak off. And she was like, okay, so we could do it from this time to this time so that we could sleep. And the defense was like, well, clearly she's the one asking for it, but then what is it? Prosecution was like, well, she was just doing that to
appease him.
Appease him so he won't be late.
Yeah, it's tough.
What about all the cheating she was doing?
Well, Diddy was actually he let her have sex with other men, and she also knew that he was having sex with other women, but she would try to do what she could so she'd be the number one girl. Like, she wanted to be the number one girl.
And question, y'all didn't see the shit that the security from the hotel said? Where when she was getting beat up and they got the call, he went up there and Diddy was on some like, nah, you're not
a
leaving.
hotel, and they knew they was wrong because they got a $10 million settlement. They gave her bread.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't find that crazy that like when they got involved,
it's DV
the nigga,
for sure.
Yeah, the nigga was like,
this is a crime.
They had to tell.
But that's not what the trial is, though. It's a RICO. I don't think in this case the nigga is, to me,
so far
on this one. If we talking about this trial, I don't think the nigga wrong. Now,
but it's a RICO for what?
Hold on.
Human trafficking.
Yeah, if we talking about like, yo, this nigga was a fucked up individual in this relationship,
yes,
by all means. If it was a DV case, by all means. But if we talking about a RICO,
so let me ask you a question.
I don't see
it's
that.
a RICO for sex trafficking?
I believe so. Don't quote me on that.
If it is, then I do see it because you're getting these escorts. Where are these escorts from?
New York.
So the freakos was only happening in New York?
Nah.
Yeah, that's
but they haven't presented any evidence that he was trafficking anybody.
Once you,
it's a spider.
Shout him out. Get some superpowers, nigga. Once you pay an escort to cross a state line,
that's trafficking.
That's when it becomes trafficking.
Yeah, but there's no evidence that has happened.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think what you're saying, the prosecution team, I think their whole step one is just character assassination.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're gonna roll into this, but I don't know, man. If Cassie was your homegirl, your sister, your cousin, like, how would y'all feel about this?
Oh, I want to take that nigga head off.
I would treat that bitch like Rue from Euphoria. She gonna do what the fuck she want to do anyway.
Nah, son.
There's different ways to approach these things. I want to hear from the other two.
What do you mean, like at this point?
Yeah.
At this point, there's nothing for me to do. I mean, you was complicit in a lot of crazy sexual acts, and it's like, I mean, yeah, the nigga was abusing you physically, and that part I do not agree with. But all the sexual things, I mean, I wasn't there in the room when you was agreeing or disagreeing to doing whatever you were doing, so I can't really have that much of a say over what was going on besides the alleged grape part. But everything else, the freak off thing, I mean, you seem like there was times when like there was a message where she was saying, yo, where Diddy was like, yo, let's have a freak off one last time, and she was like, no, I don't want it to be the last time, I want it to be the first time of the rest of my life, basically like saying I don't want to stop doing freak offs. But then both sides spent that two different directions, because the defense was like, clearly she wanted to continue doing freak offs, but the prosecution was like, I don't really understand where they would, like, because the wording of it made the muddy the waters, but they basically saying like, this is like the end, like I'm starting a new life from now on, like I don't want this, not gonna be part of my life, or whatever. But honestly speaking, besides like, I mean, I'm not. It's hard to say besides the grape and all that shit, because that's like a very big thing.
You can't remove that.
Yeah, but like
for the sake of the argument,
for the sake of argument, besides that, well, I'm not even talking about that necessarily, but like besides like the nipple thing, I don't really see him doing anything like crazy. Like nothing of that is that crazy to me.
You gotta charge a nigga for the nipple shit?
Is Diddy?
No, I'm saying. So that was the thing. It was like the perspective was like he was paying this guy to have sex with Cassie.
That's not gay. That's cucking.
No, but this is the thing.
That's gay.
The guy would turn around and look at him and be like, don't fucking look at me. So
spanking this shit.
Yeah, but he was like,
that's not gay either.
But they're trying to say like one of the
that's not gay. That's a cup.
One of the perceptions is like,
hold on, let Cash get this off.
One of the perceptions is like, who is he watching if he's getting tight at the nigga for looking at him? Is he looking at the nigga and what he's doing, or is he looking at Cassie? Because then the other thing would be like, is he trying to be gay through osmosis because he's taking the cum from the nigga, but he don't want the nigga to come on him.
Yeah, exactly.
But he just wants the actual cum and put it on him.
Okay, so let me break this down. I want to ask the two niggas that said what about this, him being gay thing. So Toon, you watch pornography, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you only watch POV scenes, or have you watched scenes where you can clearly see a man fucking a woman?
I've watched where you could clearly see the man.
And if the nigga looked back in the video at you, would you not be upset? Like, hey, what you doing, man? Yeah, so what's gay about that?
I'll be turned off.
Yeah, so what's gay about that?
What the fuck you looking at the camera like that for?
He was just getting live porn. Talk to me. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Yo, when you got somebody fucking yo shorty,
no, but that's a kink.
That's a kink. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
that's
but hold on.
Shit. No. We not gonna make up shit.
There's probably something you're into that I'm not into, and if I'm making fun of you for it, I'm shaming you for that. That's whack.
No, that's not shaming, my nigga. We gotta hold people accountable to weird shit.
No. What you do in your bedroom, and that shit is only coming out in trial. I'm not gonna judge you off that, because it's not like the fucking Diddy walks down the street and has a t-shirt saying I'm into such and such. Now I would judge him if he's doing that. But if some shit come out in trial, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this nigga's a fucking weirdo and he shouldn't be doing that. Nigga, you whatever you decide to do.
Another man's semen.
We're not talking about that.
But my thing is though, imagine how many people you, especially living in New York, that you see these faces every day. If I had the time to or really gave a fuck about what these niggas were doing, I could shame the whole world.
Yeah, niggas in this room.
I don't give a fuck. Like, so I'm not gonna say, but like,
that's one of the
I gotta hold him accountable because he's into some weird shit.
That's weird.
But what does that? So me saying you're weird or shaming for being weird. After I speak about it, what the fuck does that have to do with me?
Niggas gotta hold people accountable to weird shit, though.
But what are you holding them accountable to? Like, what is this punishment about holding them accountable?
You shouldn't be doing shit like that.
No.
According to who? Because look, you saying hold people accountable, that means the inference from the word accountability means you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, something should happen.
Who is to say what this thing is wrong and this thing is wrong? Because you're not hurting anybody. Everybody is consenting to this act. Yes.
That shit crazy.
You want to be like, Diddy, you can't hang out with me. Yeah. That's what you would like.
If one of y'all niggas got niggas seeming, y'all rubbing it on y'all chest,
you keep changing the argument. We're not talking about that part. But hold on. But what if I said, and niggas that like to get their ass played with, I don't want them niggas around me.
I'm gonna cut your ass, bro.
I'm wrong, but I don't want a nigga to get his ass played around me.
I get you having your own rules.
Hold on. Break it down. How the fuck is he wrong?
I never said he's wrong. I said I'm cutting his ass for that.
But why would you cut his ass if he's doing what you doing?
Like, let's say you like getting your ass ate. I'm gonna make fun of you and say, yo, what you lift up your legs? Like, I'm gonna make fun of you for that.
That's not
shit.
holding me accountable.
That's not holding me accountable.
That's not holding me accountable.
Nah, but that shit is crazy though.
That's a kink. You shaming.
It's really not crazy at all. It's really none of your
What if I start cutting your ass for getting your dick sucked?
Nah,
You sound crazy.
How do I sound crazy?
not really-
You doing the same thing to that nigga.
Nah, if he like a girl like tonguing his goose down or something, then,
Nah, if
then
the
I'm gonna
nigga-
be like that's strange.
Like, what
but
the
that's
fuck?
to me though.
How?
That's regular to
But
niggas.
see, I
You
also
see?
feel like you can't say that.
Exactly. No, but that's my point
But
though.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
What?
saying.
Who am I to judge?
And
Who's
that's
anybody to judge?
That's why I'm like,
Niggas
what
gotta
if-
start judging again, bro.
No, I don't
For what?
think. No,
Because
no,
this world is getting out of hand.
No. I really
What a
If we
nigga
was
do in
gonna-
his
if we-
bedroom.
If we was gonna judge, then we would judge almost everybody
That's a
in this
lie.
fucking podcast.
That's a lie. Because what a nigga do in his bedroom, if somebody here was like, let's say they was gay,
Yeah.
you gonna look at them the same way?
No.
You
But
see what I'm
that's
saying?
because that's
So what
deception.
they do in their
That's
bedroom,
deception.
no, but what they do in their bedroom does affect
No,
your relationship
that's
with that person.
deception. That's deception.
If a nigga only fucking white woman, I don't give a fuck.
Well, why you said it like that?
We honestly only supposed to be out here fucking missionaries.
Facts.
So anything other than missionaries is some freaky shit. Yeah. So yeah, fuck. I hold everybody accountable. You bend that bitch over, you being a
you on
freak.
some kink shit. Yeah, but so Diddy's not gay. Outside the nipple shit makes him
He's
gay.
gay.
Yeah, the nipple shit to me
Remove
makes him
that.
gay.
Remove that. He's not gay.
Nah, but
Nah.
I think it's gay, but I also go like if somebody was to argue, I would say that's not gay.
I want to hear the argument.
I would say that's not gay.
How?
That nigga never had no real interaction with that nigga.
Yeah, he had a nigga nut on him. Though.
Nah, so what if
Nah, that
what
is
if-
gay.
what if- what if
That's
you-
flame.
what if you into some real freak shit? Is you and your man fucking with some shorty, right? And he busts on her and it accidentally hits you.
I didn't request that. That's the difference.
That's a fact.
Nah, but it happened though.
Nah, but I-
Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
All right, so hold on. So,
happened.
so,
A
all
man-
right.
no,
So how do you get that?
No,
So how do you
let's
get
do
the
a real
nut off of you?
scenario.
How do you get the nut off of you?
She gotta look
You
around.
gotta touch it.
Yeah, that's some freak shit.
We powder him. We powder him.
Continue.
I ain't nut.
Nah. After that, you can't nut.
Yeah, who can nut?
If y'all running the train.
No, I would never
No,
participate.
but I'm
in that.
just saying, right? And the nigga's nut gets on you. You are able to still be
I
able to
got
continue.
I gotta assert my dominance.
Nah. After that, I'm tight, nigga.
Now you gotta rip him.
Yeah, fucking prison rules now, nigga.
I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not. He's gonna look it up. Yeah, but
Make it even worse. He get head, you hit it from the back, and the nigga backs out and the nut hit you in your chest.
nah.
See, that's where it gets a little.
But that's why the group sex shit is never my bag to begin with.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, only one dick in the room.
And both y'all looking at each other. You gay for that?
Nah, the nigga that shot is gay in that situation. You a victim though. So y'all both lose, in my opinion. But go ahead, Kat.
Yeah, but Diddy, I mean, besides the nut thing on the nipples, I didn't see anything that was that bad, and I didn't see nothing that was gay.
Okay.
So it's not that bad that the nigga really had Cassie out here sucking dick to the point she had sores on her mouth.
Nah, but
I'm
see,
saying
she
like that's
consented
just
to
sex. That's just regular
Yeah,
sex.
it's just sex.
Like nothing was
Do you
that
know how
abnormal
much
to me.
dick you have to suck
No.
to have sores on
No,
your mouth?
I wouldn't know.
I'm just saying, like,
What
She was
number?
sucking
What
dick
number
for a
you
long time.
assume? What number you assume with me?
a lot. You gotta think about it. Let's say a nigga like getting head, right? And he has this girl suck him off for a day. She don't get no sores.
How you know that? 24-hour neck?
Not 24 hours. I'm saying throughout the whole day, he's catching head every so often.
Nah, nigga,
That's
the
how I
kick off was lasting like 4 days. They said like the longest one was like,
Nigga,
Yeah.
like 4 days.
yeah.
4 days straight.
Nigga, I'm surprised her joint break.
Shout out Cassie and shout out what her man name?
I don't know. White
Alex
boy
Fine.
Rick.
Alex
Oh
Fine.
yeah, that is his name. Yeah.
Like that's his actual name?
Actual
Yeah.
name.
Swag.
Oh, that's my
You
thing
thought I was
too.
being funny?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't
That's
play.
my
I
thing.
wouldn't play like that.
Because I know,
My fault,
I know leading up to the trial, she definitely had to disclose some things to him.
Had to.
Now she probably told
But-
him everything.
Everything
She
is
had to have told him
impossible.
everything.
I don't know everything.
No,
that-
she's playing a stupid game. She didn't
Yeah,
tell him
because
everything.
I ain't gonna lie. Let's say you don't disclose certain shit and I find out on trial, it's over.
that nigga's about to divorce her, bro, and get
I
half
don't- I
that
don't
bread.
think- I
I
don't-
don't
And then after that, get paid for the kids because
she-
she already look unfit.
Now, if she told him everything, I don't see
told
him
him
leaving.
everything.
I
She
don't
told
see
him
him
everything.
leaving. If he finds out some new shit now that he didn't know, probably.
Then he probably got a nuke. He probably got a nuke in his back pocket.
Not because it's the thing. It's like there was things she didn't really remember about the trial. So that means there's other things that happened that she didn't remember.
Yeah, but you can't hold that against.
But that's the thing. You don't find that's like. That's so fucked up.
Nah. Oh no, what you mean? Fucked up towards
like
broke up brain type shit.
Yeah, like trauma shit.
That I feel for.
Fucked up that bad.
That I feel for.
Well, that's not necessarily because she did a special type of therapy where they like shock your brain and that makes you lose your memory. And that she also had that for her addiction problem. That wasn't necessarily because
that's
of Diddy.
Swag too.
But see, that's what I'm saying. If I'm the prosecutor, I'm spinning what you just said in so many ways to attack Diddy because that literally sounds like you fucked her mind up so bad that she had to go through all this to the point she don't remember shit. She became an addict. She became a sex addict.
But if I'm the defense, I'd be like, well, were we on trial for me being a shitty person?
That's what they said. That was literally the opening statement. Yeah. The opening statement was like whatever he decided to do in the bedroom and how he was a person to her.
It is a bad guy.
Is not what we're on trial for.
Yeah, and we already knew Diddy was a bad guy.
Yeah, I ain't jacking that. Bad boy. Bad guy. But I got one final question for y'all. We can move on. Unless y'all have more shit y'all want to talk about. If you're Diddy's kids, how do you absorb this information?
My father afraid.
I'm pretty sure you probably told him before.
Nah,
his daughters, I don't know. The daughters, I don't know.
Come to you and he says, yo, son, I like niggas nut on my nipples.
Oh, nah.
That can't be a comment.
I wouldn't be surprised like if they already knew because they was partying with him.
Nah.
So you got to see like, yo, you got to be like, yo, nah, dad is bugging the fuck out. Like, yo, dad is crazy.
I think they probably was in some type of freak off because like,
nigga, they was all running a train to Lori Harvey probably.
Type shit.
Don't do that to Lori.
Like, you don't think, like, if this nigga's into that type of shit, you don't think it was ever in a situation Diddy was probably like, you gotta fuck my son?
On
That
some
definitely
pussy
happened.
shit?
That definitely happened.
That's not the same thing as you walking in on your pops and...
Or they on like some super freak.
Yeah,
but see, that's
not the same thing.
He may be coaching them like, hey, this is how. But I also like.
And he has daughters too.
I think the daughters probably don't know. I think for them,
Because the daughters don't know about sex yet. They're not old enough.
Really? How old are they?
Nah, they teens.
No, like early teen, like 13, 14.
Yeah, no, not the twins.
They're like 16,
how old are they?
Something like that.
16?
I think they gotta be like.
I think.
But even then, they're not really like they know what sex is probably, but
I
they're
get
not.
what you're saying. Yeah, they're not fucking.
But this is the thing.
I think so.
They're not fucking.
Nah, but this is the thing. What if now this is the gateway that opens their whole mind? Like, oh shit,
freak them off. That'll
like,
be just desserts for Diddy. That'll be his payment. He turned his daughters into Cassie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nah, they the Cassie.
They hear this shit. They just hear this shit and they just want to just automatic. Nah, I think
you got to think about
trauma's weird like that.
You got to think about they hear it. They be like, oh, this is what the shit my father would do. This got to be okay.
No,
that's not how brain works. But
they start getting swamped in their mouth.
My father's fucking sells crack. I see my father. This is okay. Yeah, my father's in jail for 20 years.
I mean, what Bobby Smurder said. Yeah. He's right.
Shit happens.
Yeah, he's right.
But I mean, as a son, that's what I'm saying. The only thing is the cum nipples thing.
Damn, my dad is gay. Yeah, that's what niggas say.
I think you can't see it like that. I think you can't see it like that.
Oh, my dad's a freak. That's it.
I just think like you probably never could admit to that. Like
what?
That your dad is
like
gay.
you just be like, you would have to probably just chalk it up to some freak shit. Like my dad's a freak.
If I ever found out that like my dad requested another man to nut on his chest, I don't give a fuck how cool you are. I'm calling you gay.
Yeah, but you can't beat him in a fight though. Your dad's parking you.
What?
He's parking you. You can't beat him in a fight.
Ain't what I said last week. I'm staying on business.
No problem.
So wait. So your dad could beat you in a fight now? You're saying because he's straight?
Yeah.
So if your dad just happens to be gay tomorrow,
I'm not losing.
This nigga.
I'm not losing.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't agree. I
want you to fight somebody that's gay. I want to see you
fight for my life.
Yo, we need somebody that's gay and at least over 200 pounds and knows how to fight.
Wait, why they gotta be over 200 pounds?
Nigga, you want 300 pounds, nigga. What the fuck?
Or you
can fight two 120 gay niggas.
Oh, that'll be bad. That nigga start doing some fucking jumping jacks around this nigga. Yeah, that's the best content ever.
What this nigga? What he said?
Well, we got the zone. We got to hit up the zone. Dancing. What's it called?
What he said in the car?
Who got the boxing shit? Fucking Aiden Ross and them?
Niggas in jail knocking niggas out to suck their dick.
Oh yeah, y'all ever seen that clip of Beanie Siegel said? And that's the shit I see. This is why old heads they gotta shut up because this nigga said one time he said that we was in a jail, a nigga knock you out and suck your dick. I'm like, my nigga, that has to be on some old, He said, I'm like, that has to be some old school, I'm trying to scare you about jail, and I survived this shit.
Yeah.
So you should be scared of me shit.
That
Like, come on, I'm like, that's bullshit.
The fact that he even thought that out. Come on, Beans. That shouldn't happen.
I'll show you. That shit is recorded. I got the clip for that.
Shout out Philly, though.
That nigga's crazy.
All right, let's...
But yeah, we're looking for somebody that identifies as homosexual that's willing to be in a boxing match with this nigga right here. That's open to anybody of the rainbow category, LGBTQA or plus.
You're gonna regret this.
I ain't losing.
Them niggas gonna hurt you.
I ain't losing.
It's gonna be bad.
I'm fighting for my life.
All right,
my dignity.
Let's move on, man.
I'm gonna fight because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared to get knocked out. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna let whatever happen.
I don't know what happens in that span where you're knocked out and wake up. So I'm telling you,
that's just gonna go from a YouTube clip to an OnlyFans clip,
and we gonna make it out.
Take his pants off after he hit the floor.
I'm leaving the room, but the camera's staying on.
Yeah. All y'all niggas is wilding right now. Like all y'all niggas is wilding.
Gas money freak off.
No. Don't put that on us.
What?
They locking niggas up for that.
I'm just a mic.
Yeah, fact. You the CEO, remember. That's coming on your head. Pause. Anyways, let's keep it hip-hop. Let's keep it hip-hop, though. So recently in hip-hop, the phrase is they outside rapping. So Jody Badass versus the whole West Coast has commenced. So for the timeline of this beef, pause. Joey, he did like that, too much West Coast dick looking thing. Yeah. He did a little snippet, little song, and a lot of these West Coast dudes are jacking it. So we have Ray Vaughn, we got Reason, and what's the other dude? AZ Chica, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, AZ Chike.
Chike. Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce that. No disrespect. But all disrespect because New York.
And that list that you said, isn't that like the fucking the B team of TDE or JV?
Yeah. So Reason
the
actually
nigga just got finished freestyling with part of the A team of TDE with the nigga Absol.
Yeah,
so it's just like TDE. I don't know what's going on.
So Reason actually like elected to get kicked off TDE. Like he wanted to get he made a whole campaign that these niggas ain't doing shit for me, got kicked off. And like the Ray Vaughn kid, he's like no disrespect. I'm not a rapper, so I don't want to disrespect you. But for me personally, after hearing all the tracks, I think the only people that can even rap with Joey Badass already did, which was Absol. He rapped with him. That was friendly because Absol and Joey Badass, they go back far. Like he has the pro era 47 tattooed on him. He said it in the song.
Yeah.
Then there's Daylight. Daylight, for some reason, he doesn't want to rap. I don't know what it is. And I honestly don't think Daylight wants that smoke because he has too much internet like activities. Like, he's another nigga that said he would fuck Diddy, like straight up. Like he's on Vlad talking crazy.
Yeah, that's like his character.
Yeah, but that's an easy nigga to battle.
Yeah.
Like, he has too much smut on his name. Yeah. So I think he's like trying to play the smart game. I really would love to see Joey Badass versus Kendrick, but does Kendrick? Now there's an argument: does Kendrick need to step outside?
That's because that's what we was talking about before. It's like you don't want to fuck around, and I don't want to like say fight a nigga in a different bracket by like maybe discrediting Joey Badass. But if you come fuck with Joey Badass and he beat you, it's the same thing kind of. Even though him and Drake was on the same level, it's still like Kendrick was in a position where he couldn't lose. Yeah. The fact that he was being entertained was already enough. Yeah. So if Joey Badass actually wins, he basically did all that shit to Drake just to be back at whatever slot he would fall down to.
You're not an active rapper no more, right?
Nah.
You are an active rapper. Yeah. Why are you letting Joey Badass, I know you rap Philly, but why are you letting Joey Badass do this by himself? Why are you not taking up a mic?
What you mean?
You don't think you need to defend you don't think you need to defend New York with him? Because they coming at New York. One of them niggas...
somebody said some wild shit.
Yeah, they was talking about... First of all, they shot at Diddy. They shot at Ice Spice. They was like, niggas used to be on the corner. Now y'all niggas... They was talking hot shit about New York. Cash.
To be honest, those tracks, I ain't even... Like, besides like the little clips that they put on Instagram, I ain't listen to those shit.
Okay.
To be for real...
It's
like,
beneath you.
It's
No.
It's not even that. It's just that
This your way out, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I said.
it's the message that is coming from. Like, I think like the nigga was beefing. One of the niggas was beefing with Tory or some shit like that. It's just like, it's like a reach. It's just I feel like yo, like
nigga, it's a reach. This could spike your career.
You sound like
you pick up a mic and battle for New York on the front line, and a nigga in the West Coast hear you, nigga. You're that nigga now.
I hit a J nigga, he gonna diss you back. Man, I think you got that nigga.
And that's the
He
thing.
don't got no bars.
He hit if that nigga even responds to you, you could go viral.
the crazy thing is, bro,
and even
I
if
don't
you
even know
don't,
none
you
of these
defend the
niggas
art.
besides Reason and the other niggas.
It don't matter
That's
if you
enough.
know.
That's enough niggas to know.
It don't even matter if you know them. The fact that a nigga in the West Coast say, you know what, this Jackman nigga said something, I'm gonna respond.
I think we need a soldier because Joey's dead ass by himself. He's battling like 4 niggas. And who else could rap him?
The 4 niggas that he's battling is like an equivalent of like a half a rapper. If you can name any
Say
one
that
of
in
these
the
niggas,
camera though, because they gonna hear this.
Yeah.
Joey
clip
Badass
this up,
battling
clip,
these
man.
4 niggas is like equivalent to like battling a half a rapper.
Talk
if you
your
can
shit.
name one song from these 4 niggas, that's what I'm saying.
I'm in New York now.
At the end of the day,
but
like when you was
still,
talking about
but-
like Kendrick even answering this shit, like it's like the same thing with Joe. It's like, why? Like he might be, I might put you on a line.
But how could that be your stance? Because if those other niggas is half a nigga,
What are you?
how many of
quarter
you
nigga?
become a
Like, the fuck?
My man's a whole nigga. Pause.
No, he not.
He's from New York, so yeah.
No, because at the end of the day, if you
He got to rap.
but this is the thing, right?
Niggas in the West Coast don't gotta rap.
Bro, if you're telling me that you haven't heard these niggas' catalog, so they're half a nigga, what is them niggas saying about you that they didn't even know you exist?
Nah, but they don't gotta rap though. Them niggas can make melodies and do that fucking weird dance they do. He gotta rap. He's from New York.
I would be offended if I feel like niggas was be on some fuck New York shit,
Yeah.
and I was.
That's why I asked you first.
Hey, I don't.
I felt like you would have got busy. You would at least gave him a
Pick up a
song.
pen now, nigga.
I didn't even hear that part of the song.
Make
I ain't
Toon
even-
rap again.
I didn't even hear that shit.
I'm just trying to get some soldiers to help Joey out, and I respect your pen, so that's all it was about.
Like, what if these
respect
niggas start saying Joey a half a nigga because they don't know his catalog?
I'll be
No,
like,
they
y'all
can't.
niggas
Them
Say
niggas
that.
lie. They
You
can't.
can't say that.
Why
I
they
bet you
can't?
them niggas seen power. I get you. You gonna know
They
something from
barred him
Joey,
up.
bro.
They
I'm
barred. They
telling
said
you,
they said to keep acting. They got some.
That's
some bars
disrespectful.
off. Yeah, I didn't
That's
like.
disrespectful.
What May said, like we don't have no big homies.
Nah, but they used that too. And
Yeah, I understood,
one of their
yeah.
disses.
Nah, but see,
But
that's
the thing is,
but
though,
you talk about
Joey
holding
knows.
niggas. Nah, you talk about
Joey
holding-
knows they big homie fit TD.
Yeah, he does.
So it's like my nigga, like
Did you see the fly shit he did too? Like there's an LLC for TD East,
yeah.
Yeah,
and like Joey and I think what was it Top? Like their names is on the ownership, so he technically could end up owning these niggas like fake shit.
Son, the thing is though, you talk about holding niggas accountable.
I'm
and
holding you accountable.
I feel like you gotta hold them niggas accountable. You want to hold niggas accountable for weird shit. Them niggas saying anything disrespectful about New York is weird shit.
If they diss Philly, you would have jumped in like real rap.
Of course.
Bro, I didn't even listen to
Of
the
course.
songs.
Nigga, let them niggas say Jalen Hurts.
Nigga, you not a rapper.
I ain't even listen to the songs. Like,
Nah, I
y'all niggas
respect
is-
that.
like, I mean, like I don't like. I heard Joey shit. Joey,
Yeah, he killed them niggas.
So how the hell you don't hear this shit?
because I didn't listen to them niggas.
You didn't hear
Are
him?
you
He
a
said
rapper?
half a nigga. Them niggas is half a
Are you a
nigga.
rapper?
Bro,
Yeah.
if you
I
hear
gotta
a
be
wax
into
song,
all
if you hear a wax song, you gonna listen to it further?
All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you. That Decision song about what's the name, Rob Six, that they clowning talking about, that shit sounds some Pirates of the Caribbean rap. That shit's trash, but that shit's fire at the same time.
No, the two things. No.
Yes, it can.
No.
That is nothing in
So
there.
there's something you would eat something that's nasty, but it's good.
McDonald's is nasty, but it's good.
No, man, it's nasty.
You got a point.
No.
No.
If you get a burger from McDonald's, it's nasty. You're gonna eat it.
McDonald's is nasty, but it's good.
Okay, cool. I don't agree to that.
Like
you
that
drunk
shit is
enough, that
trash.
shit is good.
Yeah, that shit is
I
trash.
think you can go to McDonald's and get a quality burger. If it's nasty, you shouldn't eat it. But
You ain't never had a quality burger if you think McDonald's can give you a quality burger.
Nah, you know exactly what you mean. You go eat the fucking burger, you're gonna you'll enjoy it. You'll be like, this is a good
I like
burger.
fish fillet.
Ain't no way
This
you
is
gonna
fire.
eat some shit and it's nasty. You
But
knowing
it's
it's
fire.
nasty.
But it's fire.
Yeah, like come on,
cool.
bro. That's his
Right.
point.
Yeah, but
You
okay.
talking about if it's a fucking actual burger? Nah, that's not
like
what he's saying.
Kiwan is nasty, but it's like fire though, depending on.
It's good for you, but it's nasty.
No, bro.
West Coast,
guess
hold
what?
on. I want to hear from the West
You
Coast.
mix it
nigga.
with certain sauces and shit. The shit tastes fire.
I
see
had
what
an
I'm saying?
analogy, but y'all niggas.
Yeah, West Coast nigga.
Yeah, fuck it.
Nah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you can fuck a fat bitch, but pussy might be fire.
Yeah, but
she
her
ain't
being
that.
fat don't make her nasty to me personally.
And her pussy and her body shape. It's too different to me.
No, this nigga want to say you two entities on one body. No, nigga. It's the same shit.
No, because the bitch could be whack, but the pussy could be fire.
All right,
But the burger, how do I separate the burger?
But the buns and the meat, nigga.
So the buns is fire.
Yeah,
but
like,
the
come
meat is
on.
fire.
Get the fuck
that
outta
means
here,
the
bro.
burger's garbage. Go ahead, West Coast nigga.
Honestly, I think Joey, like, he's gonna out rap them, like, holistically, but I think that Recent had the best song.
I disagree, but it's not a bad song.
But the only thing that, like, Ray Vaughn made a lit song and Reason made like a good song, but they just sound like Kendrick.
Yeah, they both try to do Not Like Us again.
Yeah, like that shit is that shit just makes it whack.
That nigga
'Cause
had a
if
hook.
you came with your original flow, like which one of the songs had like the Tekken type of beat? That was Reason song.
Yeah.
Like that was fire. Like that song's like a good song, but it's just all your flows and your tone switches. It's just Kendrick.
Yeah, but I think they're in the box now. It's over. Like, you gotta rap.
They
like
gotta
that
rap
now.
like
You
that.
have to.
Yeah, that shit is whack. Like AZ Chike, like I mean he made a song.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear a song.
But what he did was he had an old song and he released a video for the song and it has like Joey Badass, like this is individuals.
Oh, okay. But AZ Chike has his own flow and his
So
own sound.
that's clout chasing.
I mean, that's defending your coast.
All right, so you release a video to an old song.
Yeah, so we do balling. We do the video.
And
in that video, you got a nigga that look like Ray Vaughn. You got a nigga that...
So what would that be categorized as my marketing?
They
my
would call it
marketing
clout
plan.
chasing.
Yeah, that's what I
But
was
a nigga like me who's from New York who think we need some defense, I'm gonna be like, my man's playing defense. So we leaving Joey.
The antics is whack. But yeah, definitely. Niggas need to do something.
Is antics not part of the battle rap shit?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And if Kendrick don't respond, we don't care. Because a lot of the Drake
Kendrick,
fans...
This
I
is the
don't think Kendrick- I
wackest,
don't
like
think
this
Kendrick-
shit that I've seen in a while, bro. This shit is like, to me,
Oh, so you don't like this?
it's corny. I feel like Joey Badass, he was aiming for Kendrick and got like little niggas. And then after that, it's like, bro, you beefing with little niggas. Reason is not. He don't want to be on, like you said earlier. He didn't want to be on TDE. The other nigga, he seemed like he's reaching to like he wants something. Like he
Through Ray Vaughn?
Yeah.
He's been dissing Joey Badass.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, to me, I don't know, man. Because he was dissing. I think he was dissing Tory Lanez earlier too.
Probably.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
Tory had said that shit in his. It's just like, yo, y'all niggas is just dissing y'all niggas just for what reason now?
West Coast.
For the sport.
Yeah.
but
I thought y'all
Because
liked it.
niggas, they definitely said it's not no real shit. It's
Yeah, but if
shit
a
corny.
nigga call you gay in a bar, like, that's fine. Even though y'all saying it's a friendly fade, a nigga say you a faggot.
You gotta timestamp that.
So my thing is,
I ain't know we allowed to say
as
that.
part of
No,
the
we're not.
conversation, the niggas can't say that in like that was a legit question.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I was using it derogatory.
if it was a battle,
Yeah.
yeah, I would assume. Because I mean, think about all the shit we've heard URL. Like we done heard some shit.
Some of them niggas got actual like.
Yeah, certain niggas they do be having their own shit, but a lot of that shit be a lot of rah rah rah. And
Yeah,
then it be,
so in battle rap, because Kendrick's whole thing was don't mention my family. Absol, Big Sean, and Joey, when they was doing their little battle rap, Absol mentioned Janae Aiko. He's like, and they knew who her favorite rapper is, and they just laughed about it.
See, and that's what I'm
So
saying. Like
it's a
if it's
person
rap,
now?
if it's rap, then it's rap. But if it's obviously this, I'm dissing you on this song because of something personal.
Yeah, okay.
Then I guess
so the
that's when,
context has
like,
to matter.
yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So let it ring on you like Virginia Williams was enough for Pusha T to like call this nigga dead.
Yeah, because he
Because
ain't like it. He ain't like it. He ain't like it.
No, I think it just certain.
Because to me, I'd rather nigga say let it ring on it like my girl's name than just be like, oh yeah, your girl is girl's favorite rapper.
Like, because the thing about like, all right, so like one of the biggest insults in rap is you being a bitch, right?
Yeah.
So let's say we get into a fight or whatever, and then somehow, some way, there's footage of me not fighting somebody, right? And I battle a nigga that I'm cool with, and then he mentions it. I'm not gonna. I may be tight, be off the saying like,
but you're not gonna pop.
but I get it. Like if we battling, your whole point of the battle is to make me look like a little nigga. You feel me? So Like, it's certain things obviously you probably shouldn't say, even if we are cool. But
that's why I don't like the friendly fade thing. Because if let's say like that Ray Vaughn nigga definitely was dissing New York, and then in his response, Joey Badass, he definitely called them niggas gay, like all of them. So it's like, in New York, you call a nigga gay, like that's not a joke.
That's
Now, it depends though.
I'm not white. I'm not white.
Nah. So let's say, like you say you like the nipple shit, and somebody be like, that's some gay shit.
Yeah, he got a box. That's my friend.
I think like battle rapping.
I'll be like, nigga, you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
but I don't mean this is not a term of endearment.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a term of endearment, but I think that's how they're looking at it.
So I walk in this room like in the beginning of the podcast, and I say, "You gay, you gay, you gay, you gay." Y'all niggas just go,
No.
You? Yeah.
Like you as my friend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I would probably laugh.
Yeah, I'm not gay, but that's you.
No, I didn't say that, but like, where's the context? Like, why are you just calling me gay for?
Fuck.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm figuring out now. Maybe if you was let's say if your brother did it. I'm cool with your brother. But it's just like, my nigga, what's going on? Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. And I think Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn don't have a relationship enough for them to be calling each other gay. They're calling this a friendly fade, but whatever. Maybe I'm just amping it.
I look at it like this, like slap boxing. Once somebody gets slapped, it depends. Like they might just go berserk at that point.
Yeah, but are you slap boxing with a nigga that you not fly with?
Nah,
I'm not.
I might not even slap box with a nigga that I'm cool with. Like, it just
slap boxing leads to like some real shit.
That's what I'm saying. So
if we slap boxing and you really slap the shit out of me,
okay.
But now I'm hot.
But see, that's why you shouldn't
do nothing. Let me stop.
But I'm saying, like, now I'm pissed and I may want to fade.
What?
I don't give a fuck.
Y'all got kicks. When I say fight,
I didn't hear anything. I wanted you to say what you said.
I said at that point I may want to fight.
No, you didn't say that. You either said fuck a fade. So you either turn into a gay nigga or a West Coast nigga. So I don't know whose team you on, nigga. Beast Coast, you heard?
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Shout out Joey Badass. Shout out. I'm not gonna shout them out. So. You can shout them out if you want, nigga. Yeah, West Coast nigga. But yeah, let's move on. Let's keep it hip hop. So Tory Lanez, he was stabbed in jail. I think he got stabbed, 14 times?
Yes. 14 times. He got stabbed like 7 times in his back, twice in his head, and all.
I think he got in his face and shit.
Yeah.
So he had 2 collapsed lungs. He had to be medevac to a different hospital to be treated, and he came out all right. Allegedly, what happened was they saying that
I've heard
he was trying to holler at this Mexican nigga's wife in the visit room or some shit. And
this is a story I heard.
So then the nigga just handled his business.
Yeah.
But the thing that's craziest part about this is that Meg Thee Stallion fans are like raising money for this nigga.
They're putting money in his books.
But this nigga's in jail because
killed a woman.
He killed his 13-year-old girlfriend. Shot her in the face with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Who, the Spanish nigga?
Yeah. He had a 13-year-old girlfriend. And he shot her in the face with a shotgun, and he's in jail. And Meg Thee Stallion fans is raising money for this nigga.
So I can't, as a Megatron, I can't defend that action.
No, you have to.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. So
Megatron, you're not just a fan. You're a Megatron. You have to.
No, but you telling me if you are part of something, you can't call it out for being wrong sometimes?
Not the Beehive.
Yeah, you can. That's what makes you a true supporter. Is if you can say when shit is wrong.
You gotta.
I'm not standing on that. So. As a fan of Meg Thee Stallion, I think that is absolutely crazy. I think you putting money on this dude's books, who's clearly a pedophile, who clearly does not, he killed a woman. So he goes against everything that they stand for. I think is absolutely crazy. But Tory Lanez played a stupid game. He won a stupid prize.
Well, that's alleged.
If that's what happened. Because I don't see any other reports.
Wait, hold on, nigga. You ain't see the shit that just came out with a security.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I was about to say, you still think Tory wrong?
Yeah. So I want you guys to understand something, right? There's a court of law, right? I hear a lot of things that Tory didn't go to jail for this, Tory didn't go to jail for that. Cool, right? Tory Lanez went to jail for whatever reason he went to jail for. If the bodyguard in question wasn't even there that night, number one. That nigga said he's the bodyguard for the Kelsey woman.
Mm-hmm. But he said he heard her say that.
So there's this thing called hearsay. So if Chubbz tells me he heard that you stabbed somebody last night, you should go to jail for that.
I mean,
no.
So
come on.
It depends on the situation because real shit, like how you saying it is mad vague. Like, am I on trial for it?
No, you're free. You're free.
All right, but am I taking?
You beat the case, and now Chubbz said to his bodyguard, "Yo,
that nigga
stabbed that guy."
But he said he heard during while they was on trial. Like he said it. Like he admitted to it.
No, but he didn't say anything. He didn't go to trial
till now.
He didn't go to trial. So he just said that into the wind for whatever reason.
He works for her.
Okay.
So why would I say anything?
Why he said something now?
Yeah.
Because this nigga got stabbed up. He's an innocent man in jail.
Oh, so you think that's the reason?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I would have slept
Can't
like
go
a
to sleep
baby.
at night.
I would have slept like a baby if
The
I
money
was
not
that
coming in.
bodyguard.
Meg,
Because what you think is gonna happen?
Meg is not her friend no more. She's not getting no money.
What result you think he thought was gonna come from this?
Yeah, like nigga was still getting 10 years. Whether he did that shit on like easy, peacefully,
appeal.
Nigga still was gonna lose 10 years of his life or however long he was gonna
That nigga thought there was gonna be an appeal. Tory's coming home.
And this was gonna help the appeal. You know what he could have done? He could have went to the courtroom. He could have found a lawyer that was on Tory's case, and he could have said like, "Yo, I have some information that'll help." You know what that lawyer would also tell him? Well, sir, that's hearsay. Unless you're willing to get on the stand and say that, and he would have said that's not hip hop. And then what y'all would have did?
Tory dead just because he don't want to say that's hip hop.
I told Tory to take the stand, man.
Yeah, I think if Tory was actually innocent, that he could have proven himself by getting on stand.
He follows these stupid ass rules. He got hip hop.
That's not hip hop.
Nah,
Shout out Gunna.
Yeah, Gunna.
You see how we didn't miss any music from Gunna besides him that year he sat up.
Yeah.
Now it's back to regular schedule program. We could have got the same thing from Tory.
Yeah.
If he ain't follow these stupid ass rules.
I think Tory's
y'all niggas be making up.
There's a lot of niggas.
Hip-hop
There's a lot of niggas in hip hop that went to court.
And I think hip hop got to get rid of those old ass rules anyway. Because I seen some shit. This is old, but I was watching them clips of this nigga Kanye bugging out, and he said Doechii is a fucking industry plant. Like, and I started thinking, I'm like, hip hop is a business.
Yeah.
So if I have a company, why the fuck wouldn't I just flood the market with industry plants because I want this to work? Why would I pick a nigga up off the street, fucking groom him to be a fucking big ass artist, possibly waste my money when I could just plug in a nigga or a female to, be whoever I make them to be?
Because it's called shifting the culture. That's why.
But nigga, hip hop, if niggas wanted to feel that way about hip hop, they should have did something about still making it ours. You think hip hop is ours?
Nah, it's
all right then. So why niggas be so crybaby about? That's like being mad at Pepsi for making a new flavor after fucking the flavor has been whatever it's been for 100 years.
You pondering.
Like, I'm telling that shit had me tight when I was listening to Kanye. I'm like, niggas got to stop with this.
But you know why
Kanye
said that though?
Yeah,
somebody in the room was like, yeah, that nigga.
Bro, like nigga,
one of them white boys like, hey, fuck Doechii. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck industry plant.
Well, I think niggas just use the word industry plant when they feel like they're not a good artist.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. Doechii's not an industry plant because she had a hit record on TikTok like when TikTok first came out. I didn't even know it was her record. The Anxiety song. I didn't know that was her. That shit was. I don't even have TikTok, and I heard that shit 100 miles per hour.
But is that you talking about the same Anxiety with Sleepy?
Yeah, he sampled it.
Yeah, he sampled that shit.
Oh, he sampled. I thought that was his song.
Nah, you thought he could afford that?
No, I thought the Anxiety was his song.
No, that's her shit.
Because he has a song called Anxiety.
Yes, and he sampled her song.
I didn't know that.
And that's how long she been popping. So she can't be industry plant.
That doesn't mean she can't be in.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing.
Tell me why that doesn't mean she can't be in industry plant.
Because what do you mean? There's mad songs that are viral on the internet, and them niggas is just nobody.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you an industry plant though.
Nah, but
yeah, but if so, like there's a song going around now, so I'm a fairy. Like, bitch, I'm a fairy. Yeah, and they got the TikTok dance. Yeah. And if 5 years from now she come out with another song, and then she just randomly gets famous, and she not rich,
it wouldn't be random to me though.
How would it not be?
Because she already had a song that was circulating.
All right, but if the song is 5 years old, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
She already had a song that was circulating.
All
so
right.
that means
so if I do one big thing ever in my life, that means later on, if I get famous, that there's no way possible I could be industry plant.
No, of course, but that's like semantics.
All right, but that's what I'm saying.
But then anybody could be an industry plant under those guises. That's not
anybody could be industry plant.
Yeah,
that's the point.
I don't think that makes Doechii an industry plant.
But what if she got planted there already and they just watch it see grow?
Yo, this
then to
nigga
me,
is-
that's not an industry plan. Because you like what Toon said. That's like me investing in an artist and building her career. That's called artist. That's called artist development. That's not industry plan.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that word is being used like frivolously, like you said, like people just attaching that to people they don't like or they never heard.
Industry plan.
To me, it's somebody that was inorganically placed in front of us to hear all the time. That anxiety song to me was not inorganically placed. I don't even have.
Yeah, but that's the thing because she have the anxiety song. But what other song have you heard since that song that happened however many years ago?
I don't listen to Doechie's music.
Like, nobody does. That's the
that's
point.
Not true. She has a #1 song.
All right, she has a #1 song now.
Now she got that other
All
shit
right,
though.
and when she won a Grammy, her album did 15K.
Yeah.
That's why they're calling her industry plan because how you win a Grammy and you only did 15K?
Because Grammy is critically acclaimed. That's what Grammy.
All right,
that has nothing to do with view.
Who listens to Killer Mike?
I mean, I like Run the Jewels
like,
one.
like niggas not in New York, but like Midwest or whatever. That niggas
I fucks with him, but like
you're making a good point.
He also won.
That's what I'm saying.
Album
But, but it was critically acclaimed because those critics acclaimed it. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Doechie's an industry plan. If y'all do, I'm not going to debate.
Who would you say is an industry plan?
Off top of my head,
that Yeet kid, that Yeet nigga.
Oh yeah, probably him.
How was he?
That nigga that didn't have
okay, how could you be industry?
I ain't gonna lie.
I never
that
heard a single
nigga
record.
at first for the longest. He was. I felt like he was like a made up nigga. Like he just had the music, and then everything was being pumped like, this is the next guy.
Yeah.
I never heard anything from him before, and then eventually, I just felt like everybody was a fan of him. I felt like they pumped a bunch of money.
What you're saying?
So Yeet, he's not from the East Coast. He's from like Portland or some shit, and he was big over there. And then he got big on the internet, and all look like the young kids love Yeet, and then he got big because of that. So he grew organically on the internet.
Oh, okay.
You cannot say the same thing for Doechie.
But the reason why I'm using the same argument for Doechie is because Doechie went through artist development. She's signed to a label, TDE, which we can see has a track record of great artist development. So how is she industry playing?
So that's what I'm saying. So
if her
give
label,
me one person who's an industry.
I thought it was Yeet. And then you guys made an argument. You see how I didn't double down?
I would say 4 bats.
Okay,
because the way how niggas come and like they leave, like
whoa, watch how you say things, brother.
I don't know, but go ahead.
The way how things come in and they leave. Come on, I got
the way how niggas come and leave.
I said the way. I would say 4 bats only for the simple fact there was like. I think he had like a Drake, and then Ye was talking about him, and then after that, like the nigga boomed at one point, and then after that, it kind of like vanished.
Okay, I would disagree with you, but again, I'm not gonna double down and say that he's not an industry plant or is an industry plant because I knew about 4 Bats before he had the Drake feature. But that doesn't make him not or is. But to me, I'm not gonna say he is.
No, he had that one song where he was rapping with the mask on and shit like that.
I didn't even know what he looked like. So.
Nah, but see that's what.
Yeah, but your point doesn't make what you're saying doesn't make sense because the transition from him having that one song to him having the Drake feature was only like a month.
Yeah, but who was he signed to?
I don't even think he was signed to anybody.
Honestly,
that's what
he signed to Drake after that.
Because y'all don't know doesn't mean that he's.
He was independent, nigga. He signed to Drake.
Well, signed to Drake's what? He's OVO.
Yes,
I don't know if that's true. Honestly,
it's true.
But I would say Lil Nas X too is an industry plant.
How?
I would even say Jack Harlow sometimes too.
But
no.
Y'all are just saying names and not giving me reasons.
Not Jack Harlow.
Y'all are just saying names, not giving me reasons.
I think like when you say industry plant, it's more or less of like you put in like how you say you put in a bunch of resources to get in front of us. Jack Harlow can dead ass pop out in front of us, get a #1, and then go MIA again.
That's not
an industry plan.
I think
an industry plan would literally being like, let's say an executive walked into this room. He says, "Yo, you have the look. We know what we're gonna do. We're gonna fucking give you the best writers. We're gonna your first single. We're gonna put $1 million into you, and that's without you ever even making a song." Then they put the song out and then it does whatever it does and then they build you up from then. That's being an industry plan. Somebody who I think is not an industry plan is if a record executive came in here and be like, "Oh shit, you're Jackman. I heard this song, that song. You got this traction. Cool, we're gonna sign you. We're gonna let you sit for a year. We're gonna try to get you to do this, that, and the third. We're gonna put this song out. We're gonna see what it do. We're gonna build it, and then next year you should be doing Grammys, blah 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 blah. And then that's actually working somebody, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a final.
So 4 Bats was signed to Drake's label OVO for 1 EP.
Okay,
that's a crazy random ass deal.
Yeah, that's
signed a short-term license deal with Drake's OVO Sound for 1 EP.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
For one mixtape.
No, I know that, but like, what is like, how does that affect?
That's not even a full album. That's like about like 4 or 5 songs he signed over.
Yeah, I was asking about is he signed to Drake? I was telling you, but no, that's what I was telling you what the signing of OVO was.
Well, that could explain why we don't hear anything from him.
And this is what I'm talking about. An industry plant is somebody who can dead ass be in front of everybody's face, and then after that they vanish.
Yeah, but
No,
it's
that's
not
to
me.
me.
He had a couple of
'Cause
songs.
you don't have to vanish.
Yeah.
This is my problem with that phrase, industry plant. We sat here, we talked about like 10 artists, and none of us can agree on one.
Yeah.
So
That's why I'm asking, because I really want to know what's an
no,
industry
I
plant.
think people just use that term, like I said, for artists that they never heard of or somebody that they don't like. That's it. And I think that's what's happening today.
I agree with that too.
Because, like, all right, the nigga 1900 Rugrats, right?
I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry.
You know who I'm talking about? Jalen?
He's an underground rapper, some white
Yeah.
nigga.
He had that one, the freestyle that went viral everywhere. Would you consider him a industry plant?
If you
Because he
asking
has-
me,
No, he's not. He's not. He's underground.
you
Not
have
be
a
industry
viral
plant.
Oh, so you have to be like mainstream to be an industry
niggas
plant.
be
Yes,
confused.
that's why That's why people call Dolce an industry
No,
plant.
I
because,
understand why they do. I just
Yes.
disagree.
Like that's an example of an industry plan. Like somebody would call an industry plan because she have one album out that people know of. Nobody can name a song, and she had won a Grammy for it. And there's not really nobody. You don't know people that are fans of Dolce.
I don't, but I'm not gonna.
So how can you win a Grammy and nobody knows a fan of her?
That just because we don't doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's why people call her an
Yeah,
industry
no,
plant
I think
because
that's fair.
you cannot find a fan. Like
Nah,
you
I
a fan of
think
any artist that you name that you say industry plant, whatever. Like he has millions of fans. Four Bats. I mean, he had one song
I was
and
a
then
fan.
and then he made a project under Drake, and then he just has been making music. Like those are not industry plans. Jack Harlow definitely not industry plan.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nah, Dolce different though, because we 5 niggas here.
That's what I'm saying.
Our demographic is not to listen to her music.
Nah, but she's a rapper. Like it's like
No, understood.
It's like niggas listen to Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Is she on that same wave?
Yeah, but she don't got a Grammy.
That's what I'm saying. This is like her first year being big, and she got a
Yeah,
Grammy.
but
Like,
Rhapsody
that's
also
crazy.
wasn't signed to TDE. So that's
you
what
gotta
we leaving
remember,
out.
nigga. Like it isn't like the Grammys listens to every rap album and be like,
No.
okay, this and the third. Shit gets submitted to them.
Yeah.
So if they played that album and said, okay, this is the best album
Yeah.
in this
So-
category, then I don't see how it's so hard to believe
let me ask
how
you a
she get a
question, right?
Grammy.
Do you think for the Grammys they listen to the whole album for every album? That's
I would assume
Yeah,
so.
that's submitted, bro.
Yeah,
that
like-
you would assume,
Yes,
right?
they have.
Nah, I don't. I disagree
but
because
we
the
just-
Oscars just said like even though they're two different things, the Oscars just said that they have to watch the full movie to vote now. Like that wasn't a
So
thing
they weren't
before.
doing that before.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
they
I'm saying.
wasn't doing that
I
shit
don't think them
before.
niggas listen to the whole shit. I
That's
literally
fair.
think they go in, like shit submitted, they be like, all right, play like the top songs
Well,
on here.
but
and
we
just,
just- we just arguing
but
opinions
my
at this
thing is, but
and to
also,
me,
but my
that's
thing is though,
scary.
that's nigga's job.
Yeah, Will Smith got one. So what's the problem? He industry playing too? Like,
No, I'm not saying that.
Or that pirate rapper nigga. He's in
He-
the
he-
too.
he-
Come on, bro.
I just think it's a loaded term, and the fact that we all can't even come up with one is kind of
Like, would you say Tekashi 6ix9ine was one?
no,
No.
we seen that.
that nigga got with the right people. He got with the non-Trey. Without them niggas, we probably wouldn't even know him. But he had the backing, New York City,
So wasn't he one of the arguments that nigga used to say back then?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think people just use it as an arbitrary thing to be like, oh, I don't like this person, and they too popping, so fuck them. Industry plant.
Yeah, I agree with. I fully agree with you now. Cause real shit, that's like hating that the niggas actually going to work.
Yeah.
Like saying
That's
somebody's
what
an
I'm
industry
saying,
plan is
bro.
hating
That's
that
it.
you
go
that
to work,
somebody's
you an
actually
industry
working.
plant. That's what I'm telling niggas now.
You got money to fund your shit. You got money to be in front of our faces. You an industry plan. That's hate.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm not jacking all that.
That's fine.
So Jackman makes it. Will he be an industry plant?
Not to me, because
Nah,
I've seen
we
that.
seen the work.
him.
So what
But
would
also,
you say?
all right, but no,
what would
all
you
right,
say to
no,
the people that call
but
him
time
that?
out though. Let's say
If they wrong.
if Jackman right now has zero followers, 0 fans, even though he had all his music, and then he signs with a label, and then that shit goes crazy, has 1 million followers the next day, that nigga's definitely industry
You
plant.
see, I don't like that because what if he signed to a label like TDE that can develop the
Yeah,
artist?
no, but we talking about
Oh, to the-
they
that
put
they're
they-
gonna call him
yeah,
that. Yeah, and,
that's what I'm saying.
and that's the problem with that term though, because you just.
But I also don't see nothing. That's why I was trying to say, like,
Yeah.
I feel like niggas be treating hip hop like it's some culture thing still. It's not. It's a business.
Yeah.
So even if there's if every artist that's out is even an industry plant, why does niggas be sitting there acting like it's such a big deal?
it's a big deal.
business.
Because it's not organic.
So what, nigga? You
so
listen
what?
to everything.
Nigga,
You listen to a nigga named
I
fucking
don't give a-
1900 Rugrats.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Here we go. He
I'm
don't
gonna
care
listen.
about
I'm gonna
nothing.
listen to an industry plant.
Okay, so then what's the problem?
Exactly.
No, I never said there's a problem with the industry plant. I just want to know, like, why. Like what makes them that?
I can't answer that question outside of hate.
That's what I was trying to get at.
I don't know.
Because I want to be able to be like, all right, I can see if I could tell the difference between an industry plant and the person that's doing it organically.
I don't think you can. There's a button. And the button don't work for everybody.
Because to me, I just think if the shit slap, the shit slap regardless.
Where's J-Boy, Block Boy JB at? Where's Four Bats at? And then there's Gunna and there's Lil Baby. All four of them niggas got fucking Drake verses. Two of them are like type household names. The other two niggas, nobody.
Because this is my thing. Was there
it's what you do with it when you got the ball.
Yeah.
Was there industry plant back in the day?
My son.
Or is that like
that's what I'm saying. And that's what
Vanilla
I think.
Ice.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know how.
Milli Vanilli. One Direction.
Yeah, I think.
Because that's what I'm about to say.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That shit don't go for other fucking.
Yeah, nobody give a fuck.
Because Hannah Montana was an actual artist as well as a fucking character on Disney.
The Jonas
like
Brothers.
she toured as Hannah Montana.
So now this is my thing, right? So would you consider the people that was on Diddy's show
Making the band?
Like making the band, we did all that shit.
That's interesting.
Is that industry play?
Nah, not to me.
Why not?
Because they had to hustle.
Yeah, but there was no, like he literally just grabbed people and just put them there.
Yeah, that's what One Direction.
Nah, you had to compete. You had to compete. For
yeah,
that. I don't know how the One Direction shit work.
You're competing, but in a sense of it's like, all right, I'm gonna have y'all compete, and I'm just gonna give y'all this platform to put y'all on the light.
Bro, One Direction was
You
on
see what I'm
that.
saying?
What's that show called? Simon Cowell was like the fucking judge on that shit.
American Idol.
No, not that one.
the other one,
the British one, like the talent. You got talent. Them niggas is
Britain's Got Talent.
yeah, some shit like that. That's how One Direction came to be.
That's another thing. So
Them
like,
niggas is-
So that's working. That's not industry playing.
That's what I'm
But see,
saying.
that's why I say that shit is crazy. That's why that shit really had me
you
tight
know
the
what's
other
crazy
day.
to think about it?
Oh, niggas is crazy.
Tory
Now that
Lanez
you
industry.
said Simon Cowell, Fantasia is probably one of the only persons that I could think of from American Idol that's still relevant.
We
Where's
talking about
Ruben started?
Kelly Clarkson is like the biggest country artist of all time.
I didn't know she was from there.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know she was from American Idol.
He was about to shit on my man Ruben Studdard. Don't do that.
No, but I'm saying, where is he? He won one of the
wasn't good
original.
enough.
He won one of the original.
Wasn't good enough.
He won one of the original American Idols. I never heard of.
Nah, you
anything
can't
after
say that. Original, one of the original.
One of the originals that I won.
One of the popular ones we remember.
Clay
But
Aiken.
how many? I think that was
where
like
is
the
he?
co-MVP.
Didn't Jennifer Hudson win that shit too?
Huh?
Did she?
I think Jennifer Hudson, wasn't she on that shit?
I don't know.
I think so.
Fantasia
I
definitely
think she
was.
won. I think Jennifer Hudson probably like
Clay Aiken lost to Ruben Studdard.
Nah, it was a tie. He lost.
Yeah.
He got a deal though
Yeah,
off the show.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, you shouldn't have got that.
He should have got the deal.
The first winner was Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, she's big time. But shout out the industry. I want to be industry player.
That's what I'm saying. Let a nigga like, come on, bro.
Ruben Studdard was number 2.
Oh, so he lost? Oh no, he won.
Ruben
Two
Studdard
all time.
No, Ruben Studdard won season 2. Fantasia won
Damn,
season
he's
2.
one of the
we
original.
caught that show in the beginning.
Yeah.
Carrie Underwood was season 4.
She's somebody too, no?
Taylor Hicks was season 5.
know.
Jordan Sparks
But she
was season 6.
it was, she flamed out.
Wow.
She's not relevant today.
The rest of the people I don't even know.
Oh no, she made her bag.
I think like niggas ain't look. I don't look at her as like a fall off.
Oh, you know who I thought was an industry plant? This is a perfect segue. Well, not a segue, perfect conversation. Her. I thought she was an industry plant because I didn't realize how much work she had put in on the back end first.
Yeah.
And then she came out of nowhere with the glasses. But I thought she was an industry plant until I did my research.
So now my question, American Idol, when you do these shows, you don't get a deal? Like
You're supposed
what do you win?
The winner gets a deal. But we know how the industry goes.
Yeah, because I was about to say, if Ruben won a deal, they didn't push him at all.
No, but maybe they did it.
Nah,
He just
did
didn't
that
recoup.
single. He had that single, and I
What
was
single? I don't even remember him having a
Sorry
single.
for 2004.
There's no way you
set
know
him-
that
They
song.
set him up.
You know that song?
Yeah, nigga.
you a real.
I ain't gonna lie.
A real what?
A real nigga.
I was.
I ain't
Y'all
even
niggas,
know.
you know.
I don't know the name of the song. If I heard
Y'all
it, maybe.
niggas know that
But that's
shit.
gangster. It's
Nah.
gangster. You know it though.
Y'all niggas.
I
is
didn't even know this
busted.
nigga had a single.
No, he had that.
Y'all niggas is bug. I play that shit off the air. Y'all niggas is
That's-
crazy.
that's crazy.
You don't remember that shit either?
Sorry for 2004.
Yeah.
No.
He wasn't listening
That's
to
literally
music.
the title of it.
Nigga, you know how old I was?
You
in
know,
2004?
right?
No, he-
Yeah, 2004.
That's crazy.
And now
This nigga not even talking to the mic.
this shit. So, yo, y'all niggas is bugging.
No, I told you I knew the song, but
Tweaking, bro.
I
I was
wouldn't have been able
Rod
to
Wave
name it.
before Rod Wave, nigga.
Yeah,
Nah.
that was the original Rod.
He couldn't do it. Imagine he is Rod Wave.
All right, let's move on. All right, let's talk about the
Nigga
finally
started
we get.
laughing. Nigga was so proud of himself.
Yeah, he thought he had one. He thought he caught a tiger by the toe. Look at this nigga. Jack, we finally here. We at the moment of truth. Diamond Dallas the God. What does DDG stand for?
Oh, no, wait. DDG is Detroit. I don't know. His name is Daryl Granberry.
He's from Detroit.
Pontiac made. So Pontiac made Daryl. No, he actually because he said he's.
I'll tell you right now.
Because he stole his name from his brother, his older brother. I think that died.
Y'all want me to tell y'all? It's Daryl Dwayne Granberry.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's his name.
Junior.
The God. So DDG is having a very public spat with his baby mom's, what's her name?
Hallie.
I think it's Halle Berry.
Halle.
You heard
What the hell?
Halle Bailey.
What the hell?
Bailey, yes.
Bailey.
So before we start, I just want to clear the air right now. Out of the two women, which one's more attractive? Y'all was saying?
Oh, Chloe.
Chloe?
Yeah.
So they say Chloe got no sex appeal.
Oh, yeah. Y'all niggas haven't followed.
Y'all
Niggas haven't seen her gram lately.
No, that's an internet thing. Like they just
They
say that she's
bugging
not.
out.
She can have all the titties, all the ass, but she's just not sexy. That's always been the argument used against her. And the other girl, they just said that she's like facially challenged.
Yeah.
I think both of them are beautiful women.
Both of them got the same face. They are.
Did this nigga date two sisters?
No.
What?
No. All right, Cash, break this down. What's going on, man?
So basically, what happened was, seemingly out of nowhere. Well, they've been public about having their custody battles. Like DDG want to see his son, but Hallie's talking about, oh, you can't be putting my son online all the time. But then she puts her son online, and it's like this go back and forth. So what she did, she went to court and she got a TRO, a temporary restraining order on DDG. And with that, you don't need a lot of evidence and you don't need the other party there, like how a regular restraining order case would go. So basically, she was alleging that he's been violent towards her and verbally abusive. And I'm not sure, there's a litany of other things, but basically one of the main allegations was that he bashed her head on the steering wheel, causing her to chip her tooth. And that's just what it is right now.
Okay, so fellas, what's the rule, man?
There's some sick shit.
What's sick about it?
To me, like, the fuck is that?
Somebody's boot.
There's a snake in my boot. Why the fuck do we have to keep watching, like, these black couples go through baby mama drama and all this shit? Like, we want this shit to stop, right? Like, we want to be better as a black community, right?
I can't agree with you saying that, but yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, as a community, we want to be better.
Our community, yeah. You want some.
We get mad at the white man for televising shit like this.
No.
But we're watching these niggas televise this shit. Like,
Okay.
Like, it gotta
your
stop
argument.
within. And it's like, bro, y'all gotta do better, because a temporary restraining order that don't need anything is crazy to me. Because what if I go in line and say, Toon bash my head into a steering wheel, and I got a temporary restraining order?
Because this is my thing. Why would you need a go box that nigga?
No, but I'm just it was an example.
Yeah, why
I'm
you
just saying,
chose
like,
that nigga?
Yeah, why you?
Yeah,
I mean, she do got bruises and a chipped tooth. So, I mean, at the end of the day.
But this is my thing. What if she would have fucking fell down the stairs? She could just say, okay, I got
yeah,
it.
but why we not like this is my thing. She went to a judge.
Mhm.
That means the judge believed her story. End of story. What's the debate?
So because I could sell a story, that means it's right?
If the judge, who's his job is to determine whether or not you are in here bullshitting or
We
not.
watch a judge lie about Meek Mill and get him locked up just because she hated the
She didn't
nigga.
lie about
Nah,
it.
she don't know.
What she did, just because she hated the nigga.
No, she definitely, but she used the law. Though.
Come on,
I
like,
think
and that's
real
bullshit,
shit.
bro.
I think
That's
real
not
shit.
Follow the
I
law.
don't know these. I don't know neither one of them two.
Now, you know
but this
DDG.
nigga was but not, I can't front. He was kind of antagonizing Shorty for a minute though.
Okay, I'm actually surprised you said that.
Cause like real, I think he had like a song called like "Yo, I Want My Son Back" or some shit like that. Like he's just doing mad.
corny,
Like
that's
it-
corny.
But if I'm expressing because if I'm expressing my feelings, how am I antagonizing her?
No,
no,
the
it's like
judge-
yo, you could have kept it in house, but you keep on bringing this shit to the internet,
Yeah,
and
but
you
that's-
make your
He's
money
an
from
internet nigga.
Yeah, but then you play that game, you win a stupid
yeah.
prize.
I think y'all can never guess who gave this nigga some solid advice on how
Charleston
this was
White?
gonna play out. Nah,
Pussy.
Nah, DJ Academics.
Blueface.
Oh, Blueface too.
You say you have a kid, that shit that
He
changed the
said
whole
it's lovely. He
Yeah,
said
but
it's
he would
lovely
know.
now. He said it's lovely now. And I mean, it's sad that it's going out this way for real. I didn't see it going out this way. I definitely seen them not being together. But
Wait,
I
really?
definitely, yeah. Man, I'm the type of nigga that I really be looking at some shit like, when's the other shoe gonna drop?
Got you.
I be feeling like this shit all be,
Smoke and mirrors.
yeah, it be like this shit gonna be playing. I feel like people
Moneybag
do,
Yo and
yeah, that
fucking
one
Megan
actually,
Stallion.
that broke my heart. I believe that one. I believe that one. Then I realized, oh, they together. Or fucking, you know what broke my heart? DJ Self and Cardi B.
Oh, come on.
I knew that
know
was
where you
fake, but I
believe
was
that
like, damn, we doing this?
Yeah,
that was
That
crazy.
nigga chose Mariah Lynn. He could have been rich.
You know, it's crazy because DJ Academic said like a long time ago when they first came out and said that like they were trying to say that DG wasn't a good father. He's like, yo, first, like this is how it's gonna go. First, they're gonna say you a bad dad. They can't say you a bad dad. They're gonna say that it was something else. He's like, you can't do that either. Then what she's gonna say is you abusing her. And then as soon as
But my thing is, right, if niggas know all of this, how they still fall for the
because this is the thing. He's saying that he didn't abuse her. So it's like, cause like everything is gonna be perception of the internet. And I seen a 3-minute compilation of Halle Bailey talking about how, oh, I'm a fire sign and I just love to argue and I love to confrontation. I just love to do that. And it was like a 3-minute clip of her saying it over and over
what
and
that
over
mean,
and over again.
That don't mean you gotta beat a bitch up.
Yeah, that
though.
don't mean
But-
assault.
No, no,
I know
that's
bitches that
not-
like to
that's-
argue. That
that's-
don't mean you gotta go that far with them.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I didn't say that he put his hands on her or not. I don't know. I wasn't there. But the story was I was buckling my kid in the back seat and you slammed my head on the steering wheel. How did your head get from the back seat to the steering wheel?
I don't know. I was
Yeah.
but the judge was like,
But that's what I'm saying. With cases like this,
She missed a
when it comes to paternity and child support and stuff like that, the judge almost every single time is gonna side with the woman.
Or
Yeah.
whoever goes to the courts first.
Yeah.
one person went to the internet. One person went to the court. Go ahead.
because why would I try to take my baby mother to court when we could just do it?
Because
civilly?
So you gonna do this shit on the internet?
Not because niggas warned you.
So look, I just watched the video.
I thought we was doing accountability.
I just watched the video the other day.
Who don't hear what feel?
This guy he was in court for child support,
Yes.
and the judge was like, the lawyers explained the case. He was like, okay, why do you feel like? He's like, how much do you feel like you should be paying for child support? He's like, honestly, I feel like I should be paying $0. He's like, okay, why do you think that? He's like, well, I have my son for 4 out of 7 days a week. When he's in my custody, I completely take care of him. When I drop him off at his mother's house, she completely takes care of him. And I don't feel like there's a reason for me to be paying her extra when we're both taking care of our own responsibilities when we have the child.
Gotcha.
And the judge listened to the story. He's like, okay, I'm going to grant her $500 a month for child support, or $500 a week. It was one of them. And he was like, I don't understand why I have my child majority of the time. He's like, oh, because the mother has full custody. I mean, she has the whatever you call it when they live with you, custodial custody, whatever the fuck it is. He was like, so that's why he was like, but I have my kid more than she has my kid, so why would I pay more?
Yeah.
And what the hell is that? Like,
Let me ask you a question though. Did you think the information that you just gave us was hard to find?
what do you mean?
The information that you just said, like, yo, all this stuff about how the courts are always on the women's side, stuff like that. Do you think this information was hard to find?
Yeah, okay, obviously not. But the only result for that would be to not have a kid at all.
Bravo.
Nah, but see,
we finally got it, guys. We got there. Stop having kids with bitches. That's gonna do this to you.
But see, the thing is,
know that.
Then you a stupid nigga.
But see, the thing is, on the outside looking in, the woman that he chose, that's not your average one
Yeah,
that
because
you
we
shouldn't
because
be
we
trusting.
don't know her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
knows her.
So when I just gave my testimony of the character that I've seen on the internet, because all we see is internet
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
I'm a fire sign. I love to argue.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't
The
mean
nigga
nothing.
said, what does that mean?
How does that not mean anything?
That means everything.
If that is show me signs of that would be a woman that would do some shit like this to me.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm trying to explain to you is that's some shit that some random person clipped up on the internet, right?
No, it's her saying like she's having interviews.
No, but
and-
somebody made that, right?
Okay.
He is dating. The baby don't just come out of thin air. He was dating her, so he would know the type of person that she is,
Yeah.
and he still chose to have a child with her after the same research that you did by mistake. Like, damn, I wonder how often that this happens to black men in these situations. Oh shit, the courts are always in women's side. Maybe I should think about the type of women that I have kids with.
What is she known for?
She's an actress.
She's an actress.
And she's
singer.
Beyonce. Signed both of them. She's a fucking Carter.
I know Ruby Rose is laughing right now. I know
Yeah,
Ruby
that
Rose
bitch
probably
rubbing her
having-
hands together.
Yeah.
The fuck? Why are we not blaming the niggas? What's the accountability for?
What you mean?
I'm taking
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Nigga took his headphones off like he was on a break. Nigga, the pod is potting. Why there's no accountability for the men in these situations?
No,
Why
I just
niggas
said
ain't
that
looking
shit.
at Blueface like, oh, you thinking pregnant Christian Rock was a smart thing to do, brother? Yeah, that was genius.
No, we don't know if that's his baby.
Nah.
Yeah, we don't know.
That might be Charles Barkley's baby.
Here we go. West Coast nigga.
Yeah, West Coast niggas run fades. Yeah, all right.
Oh,
Christian Rock will
man.
see you about that nigga. She got a 2-piece on her too. Bop. Don't do it.
And she got stronger.
Yeah.
I think my girl would beat
seen her
Christian
lately?
Rock.
No, she fighting you,
Brolic.
nigga.
Coil Ray.
She fighting you. What?
What?
Said she brolic like Coil Ray.
Coil Ray
Lori
Brown.
Brolic.
Blogging
You
now.
want to see Coil Ray getting cut
She's
up?
pregnant.
She's
Nigga, she's like 9 months pregnant. What are you talking about?
You ain't know.
Yeah. Hold on. Another nigga that played that game, Trippie Redd. You think when he ran into her, he was just like, oh, yeah, this is a wholesome woman? Like,
Nah, but see that.
Wait, hold on. What are you saying?
I'm sorry. To defend Coil Ray,
but
she
see,
should be
my thing is,
accountable.
though, but-
When she
but-
ran into Trippie Redd,
But see, the thing is though, it's a little. Oh no, you blame it.
I'm blaming her.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you was doing it
Yeah, I
first.
did.
I'm about to say.
I did that
I'm about to say
first. Then I
Trippie Redd
forgot. I
and
forgot,
DZG. I don't think is the same
I
type
forgot.
of.
Yeah. So I blame.
I would blame Coil.
Yeah, I blame Coil Ray in that situation.
Nah, DDG did it to himself, man. The
Thank
nigga
you.
bought the fucking kid a Ferrari, then drives a Ferrari. He just been doing mad
Nah,
shit.
but see the thing.
what's
No,
wrong
no,
with
no.
that?
but
That's a
see,
joke.
we-
Pissed the shit out of a female off, bro.
Nah, you ever dealt with a girl that said that she be like, I like you because you're funny, and then you get in a relationship with her,
can't
and she
be
be like,
funny
why
though.
you play so much?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
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 That's the same shit.
Yeah,
I was an
yeah.
internet nigga before you gave me
Yeah.
pussy.
You
I'm
like
an
me for
internet.
being funny. And then you hate me for being funny.
Yeah, but maybe don't put a kid in there.
Sometimes you gotta grow the fuck up, man.
My nigga, no, nigga. At the end of the day, I've been this nigga. You love me for
go
being
on
this nigga.
When you go on the internet,
Yeah.
you buy your 1-year-old child a fucking Ferrari.
I'm a dad with money.
That's swag.
And bro, that's not a real gift.
Why does that? Come
Well,
on.
I'm not a real gift. When a nigga gets over the age to drive, that's his first car.
Nah, but
Yo, y'all are thinking without critical thinking. Like, clearly he did not buy his kid a fucking car. He bought the
Exactly.
car and just said, I bought this for my son.
exactly.
He bought the car for himself.
Exactly.
But that's playing games,
swag.
bro.
What's wrong with that?
No.
With your son, and she probably ain't like that shit.
That's not my problem, bitch.
I'm pretty sure she
Nah,
probably
it
had a
is,
conversation
though.
with that
'Cause now
nigga
you
like,
on the
yo,
internet
chill.
crying.
And he continued to do it anyway.
Nah, but
That's
see,
not
nah,
my
nah,
problem, nigga.
Nah, it is though. Because now you're on the internet
Yeah,
crying.
now that is your problem.
So let's ask this question. Let's ask this question. So let's say if the role was reversed, she's
Right.
playing around with the kid, and he's like, "Yo, chill." Then what did he do? Like what?
My thing is,
But
though,
the
my
problem
thing
is,
though,
she's doing the same shit with the kid. I don't want the kid on the internet, but the
Because you
kid
go
is
to
on
the
the internet.
gym with the kid one day. Like,
Yes,
come on, my
yes.
nigga.
Internet
But you
is
got the
internet.
nigga on the. You got
Internet is
But you
internet.
got the nigga on a fucking 5-hour stream.
That is my
That's not the
life.
same as a
Yes, it
fucking
is.
gym
Yes, it is.
photo.
So what? If my son is with me in my custody at this time, we going somewhere or we're doing something. What the fuck does it matter if a camera's on or not? Especially if you are taking pictures with our son. I seen on Chloe's shit that I seen the baby on her page. So like,
Bro, if the nigga, if the baby is in a gym photo, that's not the same as him
to
being
me-
on a stream.
All right, so let me ask you a
To me,
question.
it
Hold on,
is.
Around these other niggas
Hold on,
who
let me break it down for you.
Kasana, he's screaming all that. What the fuck? I don't want my kid wearing that, bro. I'm good. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what you're gonna do for views in this stream, and I don't want my kid a part of that
So
shit.
so the same way AG said you shouldn't put a baby in her, she shouldn't have gave me some pussy because I didn't just become famous after we fucked.
You
But
know
you
that
tell me,
this is my
so
life.
now all of a sudden I can't fuck because we can't understand each other, and I tell you
we
not to
shouldn't
do
we shouldn't have
something.
had this kid together.
My nigga, at the end of the day, this nigga's in a predicament where he can bring your child to work day every day.
All right, hold on. I think y'all leaving out a
What
big part.
if she don't want that?
What? At
Then
the
you
end of the day,
should.
both of us need to agree on something. Because what if I want that, you don't want that?
Yeah,
Well,
but,
then what do we do?
but she's a fire sign, remember?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
the
3
fuck?
minutes. It's 3 minutes.
Bro,
of
that's
that
called
shit.
there's this word, niggas use it a lot. It's called compromise.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's
cool.
what you gotta do when you build a
okay, so
family,
cool.
my nigga.
I'm going to the
So, hold on,
judge.
so cool. All right, cool. We compromise. You don't want the child on the internet. Don't put him on the internet at all.
Nah, but you ain't telling me anything.
No,
No, because now that's being spiteful. That's being some
we
dickhead shit.
compromise, nigga.
Hold
I
on,
don't.
hold on.
If she says, "Yo, I don't want him on the stream," but then she takes a photo and put him on the shit.
I don't want him on the internet at all.
If I am an active dad and my job is to stream, What the fuck? You think you not
I'm
gonna
proud
ever
to show the
like,
niggas
how
the
the
world.
fuck? How, it's not even. If I'm an active father and I have my child and I'm also a streamer, who you think you gonna see on my streams?
My child.
My child.
But hold on.
Every
y'all
now
leave-
and again, bro, but you got enough money.
I'm an
to-
active father,
Bro,
Y'all
the
know.
nigga should be watching some fucking cartoons. Why the fuck is he watching comments and you talk to the audience?
I don't know what type of nigga you is.
Nah, I actually agree with Jack, but y'all leaving out a lot of. Well, the biggest thing in this to me is she allegedly stepped out on him with Brent Fayez.
Nah, wasn't that after?
I heard that.
No, that was after they've been apart.
Oh, so
That Brent Fryers thing was because he was saying basically that whole story was allegedly she was saying that I don't want you taking my kid out the country, but then she was on vacation with Brent Fryers out the country with her kid. That's what they were saying.
So she did this shit twice?
I don't even want to talk about
Come
this no
on,
more.
bro.
These niggas ain't being fair.
Yeah.
Niggas
You
ain't
did
being
this.
fair.
You told me not to do two things.
My
You
thing
did-
is like
you
this.
did both.
My-
You did
my-
both.
my-
Yeah, I told you how to solve.
My thing is like this though, bro. This nigga is again. I don't watch the streams, but he definitely pop on IG a whole lot. This nigga he going on dates. He always with a bitch. He
Why
always
you ain't
doing
speaking
something.
on this girl? We
Yeah,
just
so
this
what's
two
the
examples,
response,
nigga.
bro?
Like you
Because
still
decided
talking
to-
about this
because
nigga, bro.
Because I don't know what the fuck she got going on. Because she quiet
We
about it.
just heard.
This nigga is the one that's
how
putting this
Cash
shit.
find it. Cash is not no fucking inside story, nigga.
Come on,
he
just-
gotta find out the same way you can find
So
out.
just because the shit was on Twitter,
Nah, I'm just
all of
saying.
a sudden they make it real.
I'm just saying, any one of us can, if any one of us can
If she
find
is
out
posting this
information
on her
you
Twitter,
can find it,
it's
bro.
fake.
Fayez ain't say it and she ain't say it.
That's what I'm.
And then after that, when the nigga sent the and when
All right.
when DDG sent the photo to her, it looked like it was some fucking
All right.
Twitter shit.
So the nigga photoshopping.
All I'm
No,
saying.
I'm not
is-
saying that. It just looked like it was some shit that academics had said, and it was some shit that it looked like Twitter shit.
That's an
That don't
inside
make-
scoop,
but
nigga.
that don't make it real though.
Fact.
It don't make it real.
I
So what it make it?
Okay.
Yo,
So
this
he
nigga
photoshopped this
academics say a
picture.
lot of shit that don't be real.
No, but he photoshopped this picture of them all together
He's
on
just
the
stirring the pot for content because academics don't give a fuck about
That's not his
GDG.
man's,
They
nigga.
just want money.
But I'm saying, so DG found this picture, right?
No, I think he just saw it on the internet like you did.
But so he saw this picture on the internet. And what did he do with that?
What y'all niggas is saying.
Send it to her.
He pressed her about it, and we don't know her response. We don't know Brent Fires' response because they not on the internet. They're in the courtroom.
She probably said, suck a dick.
Yeah, but you not.
And you know what
speculate.
that, and if I'm DDG, I have all right to be tight and do what the fuck I want to do.
Like what?
Because you're literally telling me.
lose your child.
You're literally telling me don't do certain shit with my child, and you're doing the same shit.
Yeah, but you knew who she was before you had a kid with her.
People change after kids.
That's a
How
fact.
you know? How you know that?
People change.
Wait, how do you know?
People change after
Yeah,
having
but how would
sex.
you know that?
You
I've
got
seen
the evidence.
adults.
You got the evidence.
Yeah, I've seen adults change.
I say the
People
opposite.
change over time.
I say the opposite. People
Like,
stay the same.
No,
People change over time,
people
too.
change all the time, bro.
And I say the opposite.
Like she could have been a
No.
wholesome woman. We could have been good. This and third. We have a kid,
Y'all
and
seen
now
that
I
before?
start seeing like, yo,
Y'all seen a
wildin'.
wholesome woman have a kid and just start wilding, or
Yeah.
or is this more accurate? She was wilding before you had a kid with her. And she's
Nah,
wilding
because
again.
that postpartum thing.
Yeah, but that's like for a month.
Nah, there's some people have long postpartum.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is trying to defend DDG
You
too
gonna
much.
become
I mean, no
Spider-Man.
funny shit. Most
That nigga
niggas
on
like a
your
bitch
mic.
that's crazy.
Nah,
So
nah.
it's like that shit is just automatically gonna happen.
on top.
Like y'all niggas be like, I feel like niggas like to pick a shorty that's like, if you gonna have a kid with somebody, they at least keep you on a little bit of check.
Hey,
And it's like when you got the kid and she be like, nah, you can't do that shit with him. I think DDG just went off the rails with that shit.
Bro,
I
And
don't know.
now it's like the only result she got is probably take the kid. I'm not saying what she doing is right. I'm just saying I think DDG played a game with that shit.
who are
I-
you to tell me
I
what
agree.
to do with my child?
it's the court.
Like we both are parenting this child, and you're gonna tell me I can't do certain things with my
Yeah,
child.
because the court.
No, I'm not saying with the girl. I'm just saying like you're telling me I can't do certain things with my
Yo,
child.
come
Make a-
revisit this conversation when you actually have it,
Alright.
and then you will
Tell
understand
a
me.
nigga to make another one.
That's
Fuck it.
There you go.
Yo, that's
Ruby
what
Rose
Asian-
available.
That's what I think Asian doll said that shit. She said, yo,
She got kids.
she pregnant, but she been pregnant like the
Asian
same.
girl pregnant?
Yeah, but she
She
been
getting
pregnant
abortion?
as long as like the bitch from Family Guy's been pregnant.
Nah,
like
she got
it
an
just feel
abortion,
like it's
I
been
think.
forever. Nah, she's pregnant, bro.
She got a pregnant again because she just had an abortion recently.
That's King Von lady.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
How you think you feel right now?
I don't give a fuck.
Hot.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, but all right. So I'm a.
It's sad part the niggas ain't catch what you just did there.
I
I,
caught his
I ain't do anything. But
Nigga said hot.
yeah, I'm about to move on though. Y'all, we got like 3 more topics, but I feel like we could probably end on this last one.
Sersky.
And this is some this is Chubbz shit. So you said a listener asked this?
Yeah.
So Chubbz alleged that a listener asked.
No, so basically,
yeah, please go.
the conversation that we had.
It was you and who?
People at my job.
Cool.
So the conversation we had last week about looks and certain shit and like artists and shit like that.
I don't remember what sure.
Remember like how y'all was saying Davies is only Davies because of looks and shit like that?
He said that.
But I'm saying you remember like that whole conversation. So I had the same conversation with them and they was like, yo, so if y'all feel that way.
They agreed?
What? To an extent. But they was basically like, so if y'all feel that way, who would be the star of y'all show?
Yeah.
And I started laughing because I'm like, to me,
Hey yo.
yeah, exactly.
Already.
I said, yo.
You gotta think about it.
What is gay about that?
You gotta think about it, right?
I know who my pick is.
That nigga basically would be saying
One
this person is cute.
No, they said they're good
No,
looking.
he set it up with the Davey shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
David's good looking, yeah.
And then he said, who would be the star of this show?
Who was the best looking person? Who do you think is the
That
best
would be
looking person?
That would be me calling another nigga cute.
I don't know.
No, that's saying they're good looking.
Nah, that's
Cute is more towards the sexual thing.
Oh god.
I don't know if that's true or not, but cool.
Wait, hold
Well,
on,
I mean, cute can mean describe a baby, but if you saying a nigga's cute, you're saying like I would like to do something with
so
this.
if I
nigga.
say you good looking, what that mean?
That just means you think I'm good looking.
Nah.
That's weird.
I call a nigga cute. I think he's soft. I'll fuck you till you
So,
love me.
yeah, so when they said that shit, I couldn't answer because I'm like, I'm not answering that because I felt how you felt. Hey, yo.
And then
So
you
then
thought about it.
I thought about it and I was like, let me ask y'all to see if y'all feel that way or if y'all will.
I can go first.
ahead.
I'm picking Chubbz, but it's because I think that he is the most interesting looking.
Fuck that mean?
You're interesting looking.
Yeah, cute.
Like, that's crazy.
What's crazy about
Fuck you till you love him.
that part?
Soft. A bitch.
Fab Five. Pretty boy.
Interesting looking is a very weird way to put that concept.
That's how I describe
Because
niggas.
that could either be a nigga look good or a nigga look ugly.
Yeah, you take it how you want.
I don't like that.
I said what I said. So who's your pick?
I ain't picking. I'm still not
Nah,
picking.
you got
you
you brought
brought
the
the topic up.
topic
I'm
up.
picking myself.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Why?
I think I look the best in here.
Okay, you don't got like a mustache. That's cool. That's kind
Wait, so if you look the best in here and you think you look average, that means everybody else look below average.
Yeah, that's cool.
okay. Toon, who you going with?
Cash. But only because
Think that
like,
nigga cute?
I feel like he's the most consistent on like with the outfits. Sometimes we come in here on some
I don't give a
it's
fuck.
pod day.
Yeah, I can't even tell you last time I got a haircut.
Y'all niggas just talking about what the best looking nigga is here?
Star power shit, nigga. That's not no but
Yeah, I never even interpreted it.
yeah,
as
like
some
what
gay
type of
shit.
shit is on?
Nah, y'all niggas just went straight to looks
Nah.
on everybody.
Nah, but it's a part of it.
I felt I had the question is borderline enough that I had to justify my answer. That's the only reason why I
Yeah,
gave it.
I chose a nigga that I thought was the most interesting looking. Like, if you watching a podcast and some nigga look interesting, like, what that nigga got going on? I choose Chubbz.
That's crazy.
That's crazy about that.
What that nigga got?
What he got going on?
I hope that answer your question.
That's my answer.
Yeah, that nigga told me I'm ugly.
I didn't say that.
What he got going
What
on?
you got?
Yeah, interesting to look at.
All right, so if a woman tell you the reason why she even said hi to you because she wonder what you got going
yeah.
on,
Nah,
That,
Me and her
that
can
works.
take
Yeah,
it.
that works.
that sound crazy.
That don't
Not to
sound
me.
crazy at
That's
all.
called
And it's-
That's a
peacocking.
layup. I'm dunking.
See, you gonna become Spider-Man. That nigga on your stomach.
I'm not scared of spiders. Jack,
What was the question?
who
Who do you think would be the star?
the star of the show based on appearance?
Oh, so see, it did go to looks. Yeah, I would put Cash.
Why? You think that nigga cute?
Y'all niggas is scary.
Yo, I don't like being
He would be
say-
dating
say-
you.
saying another nigga is good looking is not gay. I don't understand why I think it's gay.
That's a little weird. But
Now, for
What is
appearance,
weird
I
about
ain't
that?
gonna lie. I'm not judging a man like saying he look good.
Now, we definitely had this conversation before. We definitely said that you could admit to a nigga being.
I'm not admitting that to y'all.
Huh?
I'm not admitting
But you
that.
do it
Oh
in
no, of
private?
course, of course.
But you
Like,
do it in private?
if I saw somebody walk by with a suit, I'm like, oh shit, that shit look good. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, that nigga look good. What the fuck?
That's
Why
on the
you make
flame.
that
That's-
gay?
yeah, yeah,
How did
yeah.
you make that gay?
That look good.
That look
You
good. He didn't finish good.
You want to try that?
Yeah, like
That nigga said that look good.
like your tonality is what's making this gay.
That
No.
was just crazy,
I'm not gonna go to you and be like, yo, that nigga look good in the suit.
suit, that nigga like a man in a uniform. That's crazy.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, yo, Toon, that person look good. That's
That
weird.
nigga didn't even finish the word.
That look
That
good.
look good.
Yeah, I made this shit top.
Nah, you did.
You
did that.
went crazy.
Who would you choose?
I'll pick myself.
Oh, man. That nigga got all the votes.
Yeah, I'll change my vote. I'll pick myself. Fuck it.
I'm just a guest, so I can't pick me.
All right. I mean, you could have. But yeah,
Then I'll have some questions.
why? You picked yourself too.
No, I'm saying if he would have picked himself, I'd have been like,
And he don't
Yeah,
think
yes.
he don't think we good enough.
yeah.
That nigga's,
Disrespectful.
he's gotta get more haircuts or something. All right, well, we should make the listeners vote. Like, we know Cash gonna make the clip just about him. and then they don't even vote. You already know the
Fuck
answer. A nigga we see every week.
Yeah. They don't even know what the rest of us look like. They think we the guests. That shit like a talk show. Look at this.
He needs a new guest up there. He's talking the same things every week. Well, if y'all niggas don't got nothing else to plug, I don't got nothing else y'all really want to talk about, we can wrap here, fellas.
Well, I kind of want to talk about the Pandora situation, but
Oh no, we can do that.
I
That's
don't know.
quick.
I
What
don't know.
time? What time we at?
We had too early. We can do that. It's quick.
How much?
208.
Oh, okay.
It's quick.
So a man goes viral for he goes viral by getting bashed for buying his fiance. What's the word I'm looking?
Yeah, spit it out.
What's the word? What do you call his fiance?
No, his fiance.
His fiance.
Nigga, what?
I ain't know what you-
You want me to do it? I can do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so
Nah.
a dude went viral for buying his girl a ring at Pandora for the proposal, and the internet is in an uproar because A, it's a ring from Pandora, and then Chubbz also wants us to identify whether or not the price, the size of the ring matters.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. I can go first.
Go ahead.
So I think for this is advice for men out there. You all don't have to follow it, obviously. I think that you should just unless you're like really trying to surprise her, you can do it multiple ways, but I would just let your girl pick the ring out. That's what I did, and no complaints.
Yeah, but see, my thing is, if you let her pick the ring, you don't feel like you lose that element of it.
Of what?
Like the whole,
The
she's not
surprise,
supposed to
I
know.
guess.
No. If you want to do the surprise, then you ask her friends.
Okay.
I
What if
just
she don't got friends?
you box that. I don't know. Something wrong with the. I don't know. Then you gotta do what that nigga went through. But
'Cause-
for me personally, I just made her pick out the ring.
So, how do you feel about that? Like, what did you do?
I asked her sister what the specifics of it. She didn't pick out the ring. She just picked show me what shape ring she wanted, what shape the diamond would be, and that was basically it.
And then you just went and picked out the cut and everything else.
Well, the cut would be the shape of the diamond,
Okay.
but yeah, everything else I did. Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you do?
I would want the surprise shit, so I probably would figure out some way to get the ring without involving my fiance
Okay.
or to be fiance.
Jack, man, what would you do?
If I'm broke, I'm not getting a ring. I'm not getting married to her. As simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's
I gotta
kinda
go
like,
all out. I gotta, yeah.
So
that's,
you
that's
have to go. You have to ball out.
because my
So-
theory is this: always, men get married for the status. Women get married for the experience. No. Women get married for the
Status.
for the experience. Men get married for the status.
I think it's the opposite way around. I think women get married for the status of a unit.
two unmarried niggas.
That's the way I think.
No, I'm just saying though, because real shit, if you talking to somebody and you be like, my wife does this, it sounds better as a man.
I
instead
could
of my
just say that
girlfriend.
without the
Yeah,
marriage.
no, you could, but it's just like you just being lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, this is my life.
Nah, but that's just being lazy, son. Like you gotta do the work, bro. You gotta do the work to get that name.
So you just not getting no ring until you
So,
got
but
money.
like a woman, I feel like with her, the experience, my husband's gonna clean that, my husband can fix that.
this
Like, you know what I'm saying?
this
Like,
nigga
it's
going crazy right
that
now.
whole, like the wedding, the whole shit. He asked my family, all that shit. I think that's
so
the experience.
If you spend God forbid, I'm not gonna need. If you spend the rest of your life with average income, you're never gonna get married.
I just gotta save, nigga. But I'm not gonna do it broke. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna
So broke
if she
people
get a
shouldn't
$100
get
ring, if she get $100 like a $200 ring, $300, that's crazy.
But
I don't think so.
No, because at the end of the day, so I'm on the same thing as like Toon was saying. I feel like at the end of the day, I want the element of surprise.
No, what if she don't like the ring?
Right? Hold on. But this is the thing. I'm gonna break it down to you. how I look at it. I want the element of surprise, so I don't want to involve her, right? And I also think like if you genuinely love me, like this gift that I'm giving you, the meaning behind it is gonna make you actually like it.
Cool. Your girl buys what car you hate the most?
Toyota Corolla.
She buys you that.
I ain't gonna lie, I would be happy that she.
Are you gonna drive the vehicle?
Yeah, I would drive it.
Okay. All right.
Like because at that day, like she got me this. Like
okay, no problem.
I'm gonna drive because
I think you proud of
no, I'm being serious. I'm gonna drive because it's something that you gave me.
No problem.
Like
so you never got a gift from your girl you didn't like.
I can't think of one.
Okay, cool. That's fair.
Nah, but I kind of see what he's saying because like it's the meaning behind.
But she also got to wear it.
Nah,
but y'all believe that? Y'all do 2 rings or 1 ring?
You have to do 2.
You got
right? So I mean, if it's an engagement, then I guess you just got to really upgrade during that wedding time. Then
that's an option.
Yeah.
But the engagement ring is the one with the diamond on it. The other one, other one is just a band.
Oh, so then you gotta just wait then.
But nah,
you
this is the
gotta
thing.
get your money up. You gotta get your money on up.
No,
mind you, I didn't know none of this.
But
Until,
this is the thing. I could still upgrade that ring.
I thought it was 1 ring.
Yeah,
if you broke his shit. What the fuck y'all doing getting married, bro? Y'all gotta figure out this.
I'm not saying.
Y'all gotta grind.
I don't have to be broke to go get a ring at Pandora.
So the dude that went viral, how did his story end? The girl like dubbed him?
No, so she was happy when she got it.
And then her
but
friends.
the world was bashing him.
Of course.
And I was sitting there reading the comments, and I'm like, yo, like, it's so crazy that there's people in this world that are bashing this man for getting his girl a ring from Pandora. And at the end, they like, she's happy as shit because at the end of the day, it's the meaning.
Okay.
And that's how I look at marriage because I'm gonna be honest, like, let's say I give my girl a ring from Pandora and her reaction and all, so I'm like, what the fuck is this? Instantly, I'm already turned off from everything.
Yeah,
because
but
to me, that just shows that you're with me just for this, like, this grab.
no, but what if her counter argument is, nigga, you didn't save any money, like you didn't put no thought into this. You went to Pandora.
No.
You only seen a moment. You ain't even see the whole shit.
But see, that's why women be like they gotta be able to comprehend. A man deciding that he's gonna take himself off the market is way more valuable than that ring. Yeah. So whether that ring was out of a fucking the gumball machine or he spent 20 racks on that shit, the fact that he's saying I no longer want to be in these streets. To me,
y'all niggas I feel tweaking, bro. Niggas be married and be cheating, bro.
No, of course.
They married and they pay for pussy. But
you also giving up part of the game that you really shouldn't really be speaking on for real because then it devalues a nigga that's really on his shit.
Yeah.
So I think niggas be out here fucking on they wives and shit, but the fact that you marrying your shorty, bro, it should be no discredit in that.
It's actually pretty dope. We started the power of the marriage and we ended the power of the marriage though. But that Pandora thing, if the girl was upset about it, I'd understand. The people on the internet, they can suck a dick.
Y'all niggas don't know. She probably was like, yo, nigga, like, yo, this is really?
No,
like,
but in the, like she says,
I would have been
she was happy as shit.
Yeah, of course,
because there's no thought in that.
What do you mean there's no thought?
I just told you.
I go to Pandora, I still have to look at a bunch of rings.
It's like 5 rings.
That shit is whack.
Yeah, it's like 5 rings.
Because honestly, if like, it's not about how much money you spend necessarily. Because I spend a lot on my ring for my girl, but
I didn't. Well, a lot is relative. So.
Well, yeah, but like, if I was broke, like, you could go get a custom made ring out of fucking Moissanite. And to the world, it will look like you got some ill shit. But Moissanite is like 1/10 of the price of a diamond.
There's more things you could do that would make it matter.
Okay. So let's say he not broke. Let's say the nigga rich, but he just saw a ring that she been talking about for Madeline. He said, "I'm gonna make this."
Yeah, then she should be mad.
No, not necessarily because he found a ring that she was talking about. So he went to Pandora, which is what she wanted. I don't think he's wrong for that.
But I've never been to Pandora sells real diamonds.
I don't think so.
I think they do. I think they do.
Even if they do, right? It's not even about that. It's for me personally. Again, it's about he didn't do anything but walk into a store. I'll take that one and go. Like that's trash.
So when you went ring shopping, what did you do?
No, she picked out a ring that she wanted. She just designed her own ring. I was like, cool, and I bought it. And then she never knew when I bought it. She didn't know anything.
So she went to like Zales or something.
No, she went online.
And designed the ring?
Mm-hmm. But even if she didn't do that, I could have done that. I could you could use the same Pandora. Let's say Pandora does do that. And I went to Pandora and I like, yo, I'm gonna like make this ring for her or something like that. That's more respectable. But Pandora, you just walk in, I'll take ring number 3. Here.
Yeah, but you gotta get the size.
Yeah, no, of course.
That's a number. That's just a number.
That's just a number. But the design I'm talking about, I just feel like if that same broke dude would have went to like 10 thrift stores.
I'm not even saying he's broke.
No, like, let's just use that argument, right? Yeah. He went to 10 thrift stores and he's like, oh, I can afford that one. Damn, this one's nice. You know, I think my girl would like this. He could at least present it like, yo, babe, I put in the time to do it. It's just to me that the Pandora thing is just sound like he walked into the mall. Yeah, let me buy that ring and I'm out. There was no like thought process.
Yeah, like when I went to get my ring, I went to the Diamond District. I took one trip there to look at all the rings inside and cuts and styles, and I had to go back, figure out which cuts you wanted. Then I had to go tell them exactly what I wanted from the specifics of each separate part of the ring. Then I had to wait weeks for him to make the ring, and then I come back and get the ring.
When you say specifics of the ring, what are the different, other than the diamond and the ring, what else can you do on this ring to make it different, special?
I have engraved on a.
No, what do you mean by other than
like the ring, the
itself? You got mad different shit that you can do.
Wait, you
bro.
said the what?
You can do
the band, like the actual metal, the circle part. Yeah. You can have different materials of it. You can have different designs of it. You can have it like the ring I got. It was like crocheted with diamonds in between the band, and then I had to pick what setting I wanted, of how high I wanted the diamond to sit over the other diamonds, or how low I wanted to sit. Then how many prongs I'm gonna have holding the diamond in place.
Yeah, I think it's because you don't know how difficult it can be to pick out a diamond, that you don't understand why the Pandora thing just sounds very like thoughtless.
Probably because to me, what y'all saying, like, I'm not a ring person.
No, I'm not either.
I'm more like, if you tell me like, oh, go get a chain that's certain shit, I'm like, okay, I can see a ring.
There's actually less you can do with a chain.
Nah, but I'm just saying like that's what I like, so I know like customization of that.
No, but my point is this: if this is a woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and walking into Pandora and be like, "Give me ring number 3," to me, you could have done a little bit.
There's
so
not other bitches in the world walking around with that same ring.
What if he did that Zales?
No, but you see, Zales is like a diamond place. So you see what he went through? It's a more deep.
But I'm saying, let's say he went into Zales, right? So engagement ring number 3 and just bought it.
I think at Zales, this is just my opinion. At Zales, the guy's not going to be like, okay, yeah, that's it. He's gonna be like, hey, sir, like, are you comfortable with the way this is? Just by going to a place like Zales, he's gonna have to go through more than just a Pandora. That's all I'm saying. Pandora is cool with selling you ring number 3. Zales are gonna be, okay, you want this specific ring? How do you want it to sit? Do you want any diamonds? You want to encrust it? Do you want to engrave it? Do you want to change the metal here? Like, it's just because Zales is for that and Pandora is for bracelets. But yeah, that's just my opinion, though. Yeah, sounds good. Everybody got this shit off, right?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to New York, you heard? Yeah, check us out.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in once again to another episode of the Gas Money Podcast. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss another upload. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to us. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at gas.money.podcast. Like, comment on our reels. Oh, and also, before you exit this video, don't forget to comment. What is the question?
Who will be the star of the show?
Who will be the star of the show by looks?
Based on looks.
Based on looks. Appreciate you guys for tuning in once again. AG.
Can I get a perfect?
Perfect.